just a moment. Following this will be senior night and some introductions, so we hope you enjoy that. We'll have the coaches show after senior night.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Badger Stadium here on the campus of Arkadelphia High School. We are glad that you could be with us tonight for this conference matchup between the visiting Malvern High School Leopards and your Arkadelphia Fighting Badgers. It is a busy night, both in pregame and game and halftime, and we're going to have a great time together tonight here at All Care Field. Already on the field in front of you is our Champion Stars cheerleading squad, and we're excited to have them with us tonight. Make them feel welcome to All Care Stadium. Those are your academic, pardon me, your Champion Stars cheerleading squad. Great job, ladies. You'll see many of them in the future on this field. It is senior night here at Arkadelphia High School, and at this time we're going to introduce our seniors to you that have competed in the fall here at Arkadelphia High School. We're going to start with football and let them go get ready. After we do the football, they'll go upstairs and get ready. And then we'll do band and let them go over and get ready. And then we have cheerleaders and dance and tennis and golf and cross country. So each group be ready to step up. You can come in front of the group that's out there when it's your time, and they're going to run off anyway. So parents, just if you'll move out of the way quickly after your group is finished, that would be great. All right, the very first group we're going to recognize are the 2021 Fighting Badger football team members. And they are out on the sideline along with their head coach, Trey Shucker. And he's getting help from his side man, Andrew Steele. All right. First senior, and these are in number order. So the first senior is number 3 for the Badgers, Kobe James Buckley. Kobe James is being escorted by his mother, Latoya Buckley, and his brother, Keyshawn Buckley. And he has been named Defensive Player of the Week against Fountain Lake this year. That's Kobe James Buckley. Our next senior wears number 4 for the Badgers, Braylon Bailey. Braylon is being escorted by Zena Bailey, his mother, and he is also the child of the late Eddie Bailey. He's being escorted by Zena and his sister Amber and Bailey Brownlee. He has been the 2018 4A state champion, a multiple player of the week for the Badgers, and as a junior, he received honorable mention All-State. Ladies and gentlemen, Braylon Bailey. Our next senior wears number 5 for the Badgers, Landon Kewen. Landon is being escorted by his mother, Shauna Childs. He has been one of the captains for the football team and was a member of the 2018 state champion football team. And he has won multiple Defensive Players of the Week awards. That's Landon Kewen. Our next senior wears number 6 for the Badgers, Jayshawn Davis. Jayshawn is being escorted tonight by his mother, Shamir Wardlow, his grandmother, Betty Quarles, his grandfather, Edward Davis Sr., his uncle, Jamarcus Davis, and his cousin, Tyreek Connor. He has been a member of the 2018 Badger Football Championship team, has made all conference awards last year, and he has been nominated this year for the Landers Award from Channel 7. That's Jayshawn Davis. Our next senior wears number 12 for the Badgers, Ollie Ware III. Ollie is being escorted tonight by his mother, Myra Sanchez, and by his father, Ollie Ware Jr. He has made all conference honorable mention in the past. That's Ollie Ware III. Our next senior wears number 23 for the Badgers, Alex Turley. Alex is being escorted by his father, Mark Turley, his mom, Amber Taylor, and his stepdad, Matt Taylor. And Alex has won Player of the Week awards many times for the Badgers. That's Alex Turley. Our next senior is number 24 for the Badgers, Alex Loy. Alex is being escorted by his mother and father, Nathan Loy and Samantha Loy, and his sister, Haley Loy. He has made all-conference honorable mention, has been named Arkansas Athlete of the Week for the win over Fountain Lake. That is Alex Loy. Our next senior is number 38 for the Badgers, Timmy Rushing. Timmy is being escorted by his mother, Tammy Townsend, his stepfather, Hart Townsend, his father, Andy Rushing, and his stepmother, Amy Rushing. He has been named Outstanding Linebacker in football and Sergeant First Class in ROTC. He has made the PT Excellence Ribbon, Color Guard, and Raider Team for the JROTC. That's Timmy Rushing. Our next senior is number 40 for the Badgers, Dakota Black. Dakota is being escorted by Ashley and Jonathan Black and his stepmom, Emily Thompson. He is being recognized as a state champion team member in 2018, and he also competes in soccer, wrestling, JROTC, and men's choir. That's Dakota Black. Our next senior wears number 48 for the Badgers, Spencer Allen. He is being escorted tonight by his mother, Amy Allen, and his brother Tyler Allen, and he has won 2-time this year's Special Teams Player of the Week. That's Spencer Allen. Our next senior wears number 53 for the Badgers, Darian LaShawn Thomas Beard. He is being escorted tonight by Derek and Yolanda Beard, and he has been named Offensive Player of the Game, as well as being a team captain this year. That's Darian Beard. Our next senior footballer wears number 57, Tucker Johnson. Tucker is being escorted tonight by Matt and Renata Johnson. He has been named 2 times Offensive Player of the Week, has won the Badger Spirit Award, has 2-year varsity starter, and was a member of the 2018 state champion squad. That's Tucker Johnson. Our next senior wears number 72 for the Badgers, Matthew Porter. Matthew's being escorted by Chris and AJ Porter. He has been named 3-time Offensive Player of the Week, was a 2020 All-Conference Honorable Mention nominee, was a captain this year, and was on the 2018 State Championship team. That's Matthew Porter. Our next senior wears number 75 for the Badgers, Brady Curtis. Brady is being escorted by Carrie and TJ Curtis, and he has won Player of the Week awards. That's Brady Curtis. Our next senior is the manager for the team, Mason Bledsoe. Mason is the son of Danny and Patty Bledsoe, and he has been manager for the football team for 4 years and responsible for filming during practices and games. That's Mason Bledsoe. And then our water girl for the team is Caitlin Hunting. Caitlin is being escorted by Sarah Gully and Calvin Allen, and she has done a great job with the Badgers, keeping them hydrated. So that is Caitlin Hunting. Let's give all of our senior football players a big round of applause. On behalf of the coaches, we appreciate all you've done and all you're going to do tonight as well and during the playoffs. All right, we'll bring the band in front of the football team. Mr. Aaron Seal will be handing out the awards. The traditional Golden Shoe Award is going to be presented to each marcher. And this year we also have a medallion to give to each of them, signifying their senior leadership in the band. All right, our 2021 Badger Pride Marching Band seniors led their group this past Monday to War Memorial Stadium, and through their senior leadership and their hard work, they won their 6th consecutive 4A state title in marching band. Congratulations, seniors. We're going to start with Colby Adair, a sousaphone player. His parents are Natalie and Marty Adair. He's an all-region band member and the sousaphone section leader. That's Colby Adair. Our next senior is Ty Bearden, trumpet player, and he's the head of the trumpet section leader. And his parents are Sarah Shockey and Mark Hanks. That's Ty Bearden. Our next senior is Jaden Bright. Jaden plays the alto saxophone, and her mother, Amy Howell, and father, Jeremy Bright, are escorting her. That's Jaden Bright. The next senior is sousaphone player Evan Burrows. Evan's being escorted tonight by his parents, Ross and Amanda Burrows. That's Evan Burrows. Our next senior is clarinetist Bailey Burson. She's being escorted by her father, Bruce Burson. She's been a 2-time All-Region Orchestra member and a 5-time All-Region Band member and a 2-time All-State Band member. That's Bailey Burson. The next senior is a sousaphone player, Tyrell Butler. Tyrell is being escorted by his mother, Razim Gray, and cousin, Jabria Gray. And he is the section leader, along with Colby, for the sousaphones. That's Tyrell Butler. Our next senior is Khalil Campbell. Khalil plays the battery and percussion tenors. His mother is Tori Campbell. She is the drumline section leader and has been named Outstanding Percussionist and 5-time All-Region Band member. That's Khalil Campbell. Our next senior is sousaphonist Colin Conroy. His parents are Michelle and Chad Conroy and brother Chase Conroy with him. That is Colin Conroy. Our next senior is Kelsey Coventry, member of the Color Guard, and she's being escorted by Jeff and Deborah Coventry and brother Sam Coventry. And she's a member of the All-Region Orchestra and All-Region Band as well. That's Kelsey Coventry. Our next senior is a Color Guard member, and she is Taylor Eccles. She's being escorted by her parents, Chris and Sherry Eccles. That's Taylor Eccles. Our next senior is mellophone player Mohammed Fike. Mohammed is being escorted by his mother, Saba Chandri, and sister Sephora Fike, and he is an all-region band member and a mellophone section leader. That's Mohammed Fike. Our next senior band member is Mallory Gilbert, a member of the Color Guard. And her parents are Toby and Danielle Gilbert. That's Mallory Gilbert. Our next senior is Karenisha Giles, a flute player, and she's being escorted by her brother, James Giles Jr. That's Karenisha Giles. Our next senior is Dub Gober. Dub is a bass clarinet player, and his mother, Amanda Pittman, and stepfather, Josh Pittman, are escorting. That is Dub Gober. Our next senior is a color guard member. It's Sierra Haynes. Sierra is being escorted by her parents, Harold and Cynthia Yarber. She has been named Outstanding Woodwind and Most Improved Woodwind, and is a two-time All-Region Band member. That's Sierra Haynes. Our next senior is Aiden Hewitt. Aiden is a member of the front ensemble and the vibraphone and marimba player. His parents are Jennifer and Aaron Hewitt. That's Aiden Hewitt. Our next senior is Wyatt Hill. Wyatt is a clarinetist and the head of the clarinet section, and his parents are Roy and Tanya Hill, and that is Wyatt Hill. Our next senior is trumpet player J.J. Jackson. J.J. is being escorted by his father, Jim Jackson, and his mother, Tammy Jackson. He is the trumpet section leader. That is J.J. Jackson. Our next senior is trombone player Matthias Johnson. Matthias is being escorted by his mother, Vanita Welch. He's a two-time Outstanding Brass Award winner and an All-Region Band member and trombone section leader. That is Matthias Johnson. Our next senior plays the battery, percussion, and tenors, and that is Anderson Jones. Anderson's being escorted by his parents, Jason and Rebecca Jones. That's Anderson Jones. Our next senior is a trumpet player, Taylor Kalaki. Taylor is being escorted by his mother, Jennifer Hurst, and his father, Ryan Kalaki. That is Taylor Kalaki. Our next senior is Joshua LeVar, member of the battery percussion and center snare. His parents are Alan and Erica LeVar, and he is a two-time All-Region Band member and battery section leader. That's Joshua LeVar. Our next senior is trombone player Peyton Lowry. Peyton is being escorted by his mother Lisa Jones and stepfather Ron Jones. He is the trombone section leader. That is Peyton Lowry. Our next senior is euphonium player Sasha Maxey. Sasha is being escorted by her parents, Daniel and Maria Maxey, and she is euphonium section leader. That is Sasha Maxey. Our next senior is trumpet player Noah McAllister. He's being escorted by his little brother Samuel Edward, his father David McAllister, his grandpa David McAllister, his mother Emily McAllister, and grandpa Wendell Brumfield. That is Noah McAllister. Our next senior is the drum major for the Badger Pride Marching Band, and his parents are Brian and Leanne McKinney. That is Colson McKinney. Our next senior is a color guard member, Hannah Moss. And Hannah's parents are Jonathan and Sarah Moss. That's Hannah Moss. Our next senior is Barry saxophone player Joshua Model. His parents Lori and Casey Model, his sister Sydney Model, and his grandmother Rosalind Constant are here with him. He is the saxophone section leader, Outstanding Woodwind Award winner, and a 4-time All-Region band member. That's Josh Modal. Our next senior is mellophone player Colin Phillips. Colin is being escorted by his parents Cindy and Eric Phillips. That's Colin Phillips. Our next senior is trumpet player Kane Rutledge. Kane's parents are Bobby Rutledge and Katie Garner Rutledge. He is the trumpet section leader. That's Kane Rutledge. Our next senior is piccolo player Emily Smith. Emily is being escorted by her parents Jeremy and Misty Smith and brother Carson Smith. She is a flute section leader for the last 3 years. That is Emily Smith. Our next senior is Javari Stevens. And Javari is a member of the battery percussion and the bass drum number 5. He's being escorted by his mother, Rebecca Giles, and a small one, future band member. That is Javari Stevens. Our next senior is alto saxophonist Madison Wisenhunt. Madison is being escorted by her father, William Wisenhunt. That is Madison Wisenhunt. Our next senior band member is J.J. Williams, member of the Color Guard. He's being escorted by his mother, Victoria Hill, and father, Rod Williams. That's J.J. Williams. Let's give these outstanding band seniors and their parents and family members a big round of applause. All right, now we're going to recognize our cheer and our dazzlers. All right, y'all can stop right there. All right, our first cheerleader senior is Kennedy Campbell. Kennedy is the daughter of Chris and Sandy Campbell. She has her brother Trip Campbell with her. And she's been a 4-year varsity cheerleader and one of the captains this year. That's Kennedy Campbell. Our next senior cheerleader is Audrey Cordero. Audrey is being escorted tonight by Chris Cordero and Shelly Cordero. She has been a 2-year varsity cheerleader. That's Audrey Cordero. Our next senior cheerleader is Taylor Eccles. Taylor is being escorted by her parents, Chris and Sherry Eccles. She is one of the varsity cheer captains this year. That's Taylor Eccles. Our next senior cheer member is Hannah Moss. Hannah's being escorted by Jonathan and Sarah Moss. She is also a member of the band Color Guard and is a 4-year varsity cheerleader and one of the captains this year. That's Hannah Moss. And we have cheerleader Gracie Simpson. She is being escorted by Jonathan and Amy Simpson and her brother John Ross. And she is a 3-year varsity cheerleader, one of the team captains, and made All-American honoree this past year. That's Gracie Simpson. Let's give all of our cheerleaders and their escorts a round of applause. We'll bring on the Dazzlers. All right, our Dazzlers, seniors, include Brooklyn Buford. Brooklyn's being escorted by her mother, Banisha Buford, and her dad, Arsenio Hendricks. She is a member of the Dazzler dance team and leadership team and has been a member of the leadership team for 5 years. That's Brooklyn Buford. Our next senior Dazzlers, Tashana Gordon. Tashana is being escorted by her mother, Latasha Gordon, her father, Cleveland Gordon, and a sister, Jasmine Gordon. She is a member of the leadership team for the Dazzlers. That's Tashana Gordon. Our next senior is Asia Joseph. Asia is being escorted by her mother, Debbie Payne. She is a member of the Dazzlers and is the team manager as well for the Dazzlers, as being on the leadership team. That's Asia Joseph. Our next senior Dazzler is Emily Smith. Emily's being escorted by her mother and father, Jeremy and Misty Smith, and her brother, Carson Smith. Member of the leadership team and an All-American Award for dance. That's Emily Smith. Our next Dazzler senior is LaCoriana Thomas. LaCoriana is being escorted by her mother, Tatiana Pugh, her stepfather, Gregory Sumler, her sister, Jada Hughes, and a brother, Tajalyn Pugh. She's a member of the dance team and the leadership team for the dance team. That's LaCoriana Thomas. Let's give all of our Dazzlers a big round of applause. Next, we're going to bring out all the 3 groups we have left, which is golf and tennis and cross country. So if you all would all come. Go ahead and bring the golf and the cross country out as well. All right, our tennis seniors this year. We have a big tennis team, but only 2 seniors. And so we want to recognize them at this time. First, we have Spencer Allen. Spencer's being escorted by his mother, Amy Allen, and his older brother, Tyler Allen. He has been named 3-time All-Conference and 3 years undefeated in conference play. That's Spencer Allen. And we have Ross Womack. Ross is being escorted by Richard and Brandy Womack. He is a 3-time All-Conference winner, 1-time All-State, and 2 years undefeated in conference play. That's Ross Womack. Let's give our tennis team a big round of applause. Right behind them is the golf team seniors, and we have 3 of those this year. They include Jared Bell. Jared is being escorted by his mother and father, Blake and Meredith Bell, along with Allie and Adam. They are all with him tonight. He is captain of the golf team this year. and was selected for the team Final Four the last 2 years in a row. That's Jared Bell. Our next senior golfer is Colby Daniel. Colby is the son of Mike and Jody Daniel. He is a member of the golf team and is a 4-year member of the golf team and a 3-year Badger Scholar. That is Colby Daniel. All right, let's give our golfers a big round of applause. And our final group tonight is the senior cross-country team members. And the first member is Mallory Gilbert. Mallory's being escorted by Toby and Danielle Gilbert, her parents. And she was a state qualifier for the state meet and a top 15 finisher in several qualifying meets this year. That's Mallory Gilbert. We also have Reagan Greer. Reagan is being escorted by her mother and father, Jeremy and Marilee Greer. She's done a great job with the team this year. So that is Reagan Greer. Next we have J.J. Jackson. He's the mother. He is being escorted by his mother, Tammy Jackson, and father, Jim Jackson. And he finished in the top 15 at Caddo Hills, a top 20 at Nashville, 18 out of 56 for the conference championship, and a 4th overall finish for the boys. That's J.J. Jackson. And our final senior this year to recognize is Noah McAllister. Noah's being escorted by stepfather David McAllister. He's also being escorted by Wendell Blumfield and his mother, Emily McAllister, and he is placed 4th at district. I'm trying to read your writing, Noah. Placed top 20 at Nashville, the top 20 at Lakeside, and came in 24th out of 56 at conference. That's Noah McAllister. Let's give all of our cross-country folks another big round of applause.
Welcome back to the Southern Bancorp Badger pregame show. Chris Babb with Arkadelphia
This
head coach
time,
Trey
ladies and
Shuckert.
gentlemen, we
This
would
interview
ask
brought
that
to you
you
by Austin
stand
Wingfield State
in
Farm,
honor of
620 Pine Street,
America
870
and of our troops serving our country at
24621. Coach, it
home
is senior
and
night
around the
because they have a
world
lot of pregame
as
festivities.
the
Only
Badger
cut our
Pride Marching
pregame
Band
interview short.
and
We only have
the
this one segment, so let's get
Arkadelphia
right to it. Last
Junior
week,
ROTC Color Guard
big 49 to 22,
present our
big victory
national
for
anthem.
Arkadelphia over Bauxite in a game that had to have some of the weirdest start. And we don't have time to go into a whole lot of the game, but
Yeah.
I think people would be interested to hear about the beginning and the delay and the dark and how you thought your team handled that and then came out and performed in the first half.
Yeah, so in our pregame
The
warm-up,
Junior ROTC
lights
Color
went out,
Guard is composed tonight
so
of
they had to
lead
call
rifle
Entergy to
Latavia
come out and try to
Johnson,
fix the line and try to make sure that everything was good so we can have light for the game. We didn't get started.
8:15.
Something. It was past 8 o'clock.
Felt like 10 o'clock.
It did, and so there was a big period of downtime right there where our kids, we just took our kids inside and had them sit down and just focus on the game. They did a really good job of handling that. And was, once we kind of got the lights on, we got them up and put them through a dynamic warm up and got them loose again real quick. Got them to the field and went and played.
Yeah, that's some of us in the stands, as we were in the stands last week, said, wow, they're just going to come out and play. But then obviously the teams were able to warm up somewhat in their either locker rooms or on the field. So the Badgers come away with a big win at Bauxite, got out to the 35-point lead at halftime and able to cruise on to that one. You come to tonight, the final regular season game, home against Malvern. Before we talk about the leverage, it is senior night, so let's talk about the senior class. 14 young men who are playing their last regular season home game on All-Gear Field. This is a senior class that you had 2 years with. And talk a little bit about, time to go over them all individually. The fans have seen those guys during the senior night. But talk about that group that you just honored there on the field at halftime, at pregame.
This senior class right here is just a great group of phenomenal young men. I mean, guys that are going to go on to some of them might have an opportunity to play football in the future, others will not. But all of them, all 14 of them, are going to be successful in life and in the community and do great things. That's one of the biggest things I can take away from the senior class is, man, they're great kids. We've got a lot of successes ahead of them outside of football, and when it comes to football, they work hard. They come to practice every day. All off season even, a great attitude with a mindset to get better. And that's been the biggest thing that you can see and take away over the course of the season. They've got a lot better over the course of the season even. There's a good handful of them that's got a lot of playing experience in the past. And, there's another big part of them that play major roles on our team this year that have not. We've even had a starter this year that's a senior. Just joined football for the first time in the offseason. And, he worked his way into a starting role and has progressed over time through the course of the season and has really developed into a really good football player for us.
Tonight's game is a historic matchup
as a
between
coach,
two school
having leadership
districts
on the
located
team
about
from the
30 miles
seniors
apart on the
is
Washington
huge
River.
for getting younger players to buy in.
2017, Arkansas
What
State
can you talk about
University,
the
Three Rivers
leadership
and
on
Malvern
the
dubbed the
team for this
matchup between
overall
the two
senior group as
schools
a collective?
Well,
as the
this group
Washita River
of seniors
Rumble.
is a really good
Malvern Leopards
senior
and
class to
the
learn from.
Arkadelphia
They
come
set a really good
face-to-face
example for the rest of our
tonight
team and our
here at Badger
program.
Stadium in the
They are
historic
really good
football
leaders,
rivalry,
and when it
which
comes
has
to
drawn high attendance every year.
what
The
it
coin toss
should
tonight
look like
is
to be a
being
Badger football player,
officiated
they model
by
that
Arkansas State
in a really good
University,
way.
Three Rivers
And
Chancellor,
they
Dr.
support
Steve
they
Rook.
support all of our other programs as well. They do different things and help out with our junior high programs. And we had workouts in the off season on Saturday mornings, and there was a few of those seniors that showed up to that and really helped out some 5th and 6th graders that would come up to our Saturday program, and they just do a really good job of overall helping and support. They're humble.
Our head referee
There's not a
tonight
lot
is
of
Philip Cole.
egos
The
in
umpire
that
is
senior
Doug
group.
Coney.
They're very
The
humble.
line
They're very good
judge,
football
Ronnie
players.
Evans. The
So
headlines
sometimes that can be the
number,
hardest thing,
Lefty
but
Thompson.
this group
And
right
the
here
back judge
is a
Matt
very good group of
Thompson.
guys.
Let's take our attention to Malvern. We will want to mention briefly the players of the week from last week. Offense for Arkadelphia was Braylon Bailey. Defensive player of the week, Marvion Berry, and Brock Curry was the special teams player of the week. The Badger Spirit Award winner was Caitlin Hunting, one of the managers for this team. Coach, we come into the final regular season game, a rivalry game against Malvern, a game that means a lot as far as postseason implications. There are several different scenarios where the winners and losers after tonight could finish between Ashdown, Malvern, and Arkadelphia. All of that is secondary, but talk about what we can expect to see from Malvern. We'll start offensively. This is an offense that had to retool itself midway through the year or right after the last non-conference game, and they have progressively gotten better over the last 6 weeks.
That's exactly right. They had their star player, their quarterback, went down in non-conference play and hasn't been able to make it back this season. And, it's basically had to restart their season offensively. They changed what they did. They had to make it fit to their personnel of what they had left. And, they've gotten better every single week from it. Or in the early season, yeah, it's tough. It was tough for them. It was tough for them to score and kind of put it together. But over the course of the season, they've really put it together. They're executing at a high level right now. They're more of a run-heavy offense. They don't have a quarterback that can throw it around. So they're very ground and pound like.
So glad to bring you the
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome your Arkadelphia Fighting.
So glad to bring you the Coaches Show, led by Chris Babb, interviewing head coach Trey Shucker. Well, Arkadelphia has just come onto the field. We're moments away from kickoff. This is Jeff Root. Along with me is Chase Hartzell. Arkadelphia is trying to avenge a loss last year. Before that game, Arkadelphia had won 5 straight against Malvern. 49-42 in 2015, 63-20 in 2016, 66-6 in 2017, 66-0 in 2018, and 56-21 in 2019. But last year, a nice upset for Malvern, 33-25 against Arkadelphia. And you can tell, Chase, that Malvern is a team on the rise. They've had a good year. They're 4-2, and they're trying to finish this conference race in a tie with Arkadelphia by beating the Badgers tonight.
That's right, Jeff. This is a team that is playing its best football at the greatest time in the season to do it right here at the end of the season. This is a team that had struggles in the early part of the year, but they've really bounced back. They've established a good running offense, and they've won quite a few games here right now in position for the playoffs. Looking tonight to perhaps move up in the seeding as well, forcing a tie for second if they win here tonight.
Quite a cool night. The sun has gone down and the temperature is dropping down to 45 degrees at kickoff. The low tonight in Arkadelphia is in the mid-20s. So it's going to be a cool night, but it's a big crowd because it is senior night. We've had a lot of introductions. Glad to bring that to you here also on the live stream. And now we're ready for the kickoff. Arkadelphia did win the toss, and they will receive the opening kickoff. Malvern is set. Malvern has a great quarterback who is not dressed out tonight. He's been injured since the third game of the season, but they have other players that have led them to this 4-2 record in conference play. A high short kickoff is bouncing on the ground, and Malvern, I believe, has come up with it, as Arkadelphia was unable to come up with a fair catch on the high short kickoff, and Arkadelphia turns it over for the second week in a row on the opening kickoff.
That's right, Jeff, and really reminiscent of last week at Bauxite, starting off with the muffed kickoff there as well. Similar situation here, just a short kick. Ball pops out of the returner's hands, and the Leopards make a good play, pouncing on it pretty quickly there, and they'll have good field position to start out this game. It looks like they're going to be at the Badgers' 32-yard line to start out this drive.
So Malvern has an opportunity now. They are not a team that passes much with the injury to their starting quarterback at the beginning of the year, but they are a team that has the ability to run extremely well. Some fast running backs, one of them over 1,000 yards for the year. Here's a running play off tackle, a gain of only 2 on the carry for Malvern. His first of, we expect, many carries tonight for Jalen Dupree, who has over 1,000 yards, almost 1,100 so far in the season.
And what a solid campaign it's been for him thus far. And you saw evidence of why he's so good right there. He kept fighting forward, wasn't going to go down without a fight, but Arkadelphia doing a good job there, swarming to the football and limiting the damage on the first play from scrimmage.
Dupree is only a sophomore, but with the injury to their junior quarterback, they've leaned on him, and he's come through. He's a very fast player, and he will run much more often than he will pass. Playing quarterback right now, we'll see him in the future at running back. The sophomore takes the snap, runs off to the right side and gets a few yards, but again, good work by Arkadelphia to bring him down with a gain of only 2. Third down and just about 6, depending on the spot. Good work by the interior line of Arkadelphia.
And a good start up front for the Badgers. The Leopards usually like to get a strong start there up front with the run game, trying to establish some dominance there on offense, but Arkadelphia's done a good job thus far limiting runs, and they've only picked up about 4 yards on these first 2 runs. Good start overall, keeping Malvern from being able to stay ahead of the chains.
Third down, 6 yards to go. Now we're in 4-down territory, no doubt about that. They're going to line up heavy to the left side. We'll see if he'll run left this time. He'll fake the handoff. No, he does hand off in a pass. They'll throw it down the sideline, and it is a diving catch. Touchdown for Malvern on a halfback pass. And it was a bit of a duck, but the defender was not able to get in front of the diving receiver, and he caught it for a touchdown at the goal line.
Excellent play there from the Leopards on third down, just heaving it to the end zone on that one. As you said, Jeff, not exactly the prettiest pass in the world, but you can't really blame the wide receiver there, making a great play on the ball. You can't blame the coverage by Arkadelphia either. It was pretty strong coverage there in isolation. Looked like he was about to make the stop, but just a better play by the wide receiver on that one to open up the game.
Extra point is blocked and no good. So it's Malvern 6, Arkadelphia 0, 10:24 left. We're in the first quarter, and the Leopards score first after Arkadelphia fumbled the opening kickoff. We'll be back with more Badger football after this.
At Southern Bancorp, we are wealth builders for everyone. We see building wealth as helping people succeed in creating strong financial futures. For some, it's having tools to build credit and buy a first home. For others, working with our award-winning SBA team to launch or grow a small business. And still others might use our unique savings plan today to save for tomorrow's dreams. Wherever you are in your wealth building journey, Southern Bancorp can help. Stop by or visit banksouthern.com to get started. Southern Bancorp, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
With the blocked extra point, it is 6-0 Malvern. Arkadelphia for 2 consecutive weeks has fumbled the opening kickoff, and Bauxite took advantage of that for a touchdown last week, and this week it's Malvern with a touchdown on an unusual play. They don't really have a quarterback in the lineup. They've got a lot of running backs, and one of them, after a handoff, decided to throw deep. The defender I thought was there, but the receiver made a nice dive at the goal line for the touchdown.
And kudos to Malvern there, capping off that drive with an excellent play. Arkadelphia had good coverage on that touchdown pass, but just an excellent play there by the wide receiver in one-on-one coverage.
High kickoff to the other side this time. Fair catch is called and fair catch is made at the 29-yard line. So Arkadelphia will take over and its offense will come onto the field first. Well, Arkadelphia won the toss, and Chase, the Badgers wanted the ball. They wanted to score first, but they fumbled that opening kickoff. Malvern got the first score, and so Arkadelphia will have to work from behind for the second consecutive week. It worked easily last week at Bauxite. Tougher opponent this week in Malvern. Whitten lines up. Donovan Whitten, the junior quarterback, takes the snap. He's going to hand off. Here's a running play to the right side. He'll break the right side and now cut back up the field, but good pursuit by Malvern, and it's a short gain. Hard to bring down is Jay Sean Davis, but it's still a gain of a couple of yards in traffic, maybe give him 3. Second down and 7.
Strong run there from Davis. Didn't really have any lanes to work with, but he created a lane for himself there, cutting back up towards the middle and fought forward for a couple extra yards. Strong run there from the senior running back to start out his senior night.
In motion comes Carter Babb. Whitten looks over the defense, gets the snap, and hands it to Davis. Davis looks for a hole and finds one. Good gain. He's got a first down and more. Up to the 50, 45-yard line, to the 40, 30-yard line. Still running to the 23-yard line of Malvern. Big run by Jay Sean Davis.
And it just usually takes one play like that from Davis to get him going for the night. He fought for a few extra yards on that first play, and this time he had some space. Great job there from the O-line up front, and Davis able to break into the open field for a really good gain on that one.
First down from the 23. Arkadelphia lines up, handoff, Davis again. He's hit immediately, but is going to drag a defender for a 2-yard gain up to the 21.
And that's a promising sign from the senior running back here to start out the night. Davis, he's facing contact early in a lot of these runs, but he's falling forward, and that's the important thing here as you're trying to set the tempo as the offense.
Second down, 8 yards to go for the Badgers. Whitten at quarterback wants to pass, looking downfield. Now he's going to scramble to his right. He's got some room to run, and he will run. He's going to make some yardage. Inside the 20 he goes, and will be knocked down at about the 18. Let's see where they're going to spot it. Maybe giving the 17-yard line. That's a good gain on a pass play that didn't work out. This is a fast defensive backfield for Malvern, and they got good coverage, so he ran for some yardage. Third down coming. They still need 4. Arkadelphia lines up. 4-down territory, no doubt, so they got 2 downs to make about 4 yards. Back to pass is Whitten. Looking deep, nobody open. Now he'll scramble to his left. He's got some room to run. He's going to have a first down. To the 10, to the 5. Whitten in the end zone. Touchdown, Arkadelphia.
Touchdown, Arkadelphia.
Phenomenal play there from the junior quarterback. He looked to the right side of the field, couldn't find anyone there, but he found space around the edge, and there was nothing but green grass ahead of him. He just decided to tuck it and run. And a huge play for Arkadelphia as they tie up this ball game. Just under 3.5 minutes played in this contest.
Great run, and now the extra point could put Arkadelphia ahead. Spencer Allen set for the kick. He's done a great job all year long. Good snap, good hold, but I believe I heard a whistle. I see a flag on the far side. Arkadelphia moved, so that extra point, which was good, will not count. They're going to back them up by 5. Movement on point after touchdown attempt. Whitten, a fantastic passer, did not pass on either of the last 2 offensive plays, but he scored on a 17-yard run on his second attempt. Both of them were called passes, you could tell, but he had great protection. Nobody open, so he ran. Got good yardage on the first carry and a touchdown on the second. Extra point attempt coming this time from 25 yards out. Extra point attempt is up, and it is perfect. Arkadelphia 7, Malvern 6 in what is proving to be yet another very interesting first quarter. 8:33 left in the quarter, and we're going to come back with more Badger football action.
Under perfect conditions, your car traveling at 65 miles per hour can stop in about 300 feet. That's the length of a football field.
But a fully loaded tractor trailer, one that weighs 80,000 pounds, will take 2 football fields to stop. And that's if the driver is rested, paying attention, and the truck and load is properly maintained.
If you're in an accident with a big truck, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK.
Get the experienced team that's going to be on your side, by your side.
Arkadelphia leads 7-6. The Badgers scored on their first offensive possession, but they fumbled the opening kickoff, and Malvern got a touchdown on its first possession. However, Arkadelphia blocked the extra point, so it's 7-6 Arkadelphia, and the Badgers set up for the kickoff. Malvern is sending their return men rather shallow now, with one at the 12-yard line, the other at the 19-yard line. We might see Arkadelphia send the ball a little bit deeper than that. Let's see. Arkadelphia does come at this in a unique way with both the left-footed and right-footed kicker lining up, and we always wonder which one is going to kick off. Makes the defense wonder as well. Makes the opponent wonder as well. Kickoff is high. It is going to be returnable from the 13-yard line up to the 15. Good speed to the 25. Breaking tackles up to the 35 and 40, and he might go. At the 50-yard line, on a Badger with a chance to tackle him, and he'll do it. At the 21-yard line, a long return for Jalen Dupree, that sophomore who plays running back but lines up at quarterback. He had a nice return chase, and suddenly Malvern is in position to try to retake the lead.
You're right, Jeff, and for the second time in this contest, Malvern's going to have short field to work with. Good return there from the Leopards, breaking into the open field and getting down well inside Badger territory. It looks like they're going to be right there on the edge of the red zone, but a heads-up play there from Latonio Hughes, getting around the blockers and is able to make the open field tackle. Probably the only thing standing between the returner and 6 points.
Dupree just showed outstanding speed, and Arkadelphia had an angle and did cut him off before he could score. You don't see many long kickoff returns against Arkadelphia, but he certainly had one that time. Malvern lines up on first down. They'll run it to the left side, looking for space. There's a cut and a gain of a couple on the carry, that time for Malvern. They've got several running backs who line up and receive the snap. That was Braylon Watson on the carry that time. Watson will throw a few passes during the game, but he's mainly another running back. They basically run the direct snap to running back on every play.
And that time they were running out of the Wildcat, as you mentioned, Jeff, and it looks like we may see it again right here with a couple guys. Well, we have another quarterback in here, so they may line up with a different formation here.
Yeah, they go back to Dupree. He will run the ball right up the middle. He got some yardage this time. He's close to the 10-yard line, a little bit short, but I believe it's going to be, well, just close. Let's see if they say it's a first down or not. They'll mark it just short, so it's third down and less than a yard. Third and less than a yard. Dupree looks really strong at running back. And they're missing a great quarterback in Cedric Simmons, who was injured in the third week of the season and has not been back. He is on the sideline but not dressed out tonight for Malvern. Dupree, only a sophomore, will take the snap and most likely run unless he hands off. He'll run right at Arkadelphia. He bounces outside, breaks the tackle. He's inside the 5, down to the 4-yard line. It's first down and goal. Tackle by Buckley. Kobe Buckley on the tackle.
Good run there to the outside, picking up the first down and following the blockers, and now first and goal for Malvern.
Dupree runs to the left side. He's got some space. He hits a defender. He's hit and knocked down by Kewen, but falls in the end zone. Touchdown for Malvern. They have retaken the lead on another short drive, this time after a long kickoff return.
And on that drive, Malvern utilizing the short field and using the Wildcat to perfection, this time capping it off with another Wildcat run inside the 10-yard line. Dupree got some space there, and he was able to cut to the outside, and it was able to bulldoze his way into the end zone there at the end of the play. Huge, perhaps momentum-shifting play there for Malvern as they look to go up. here on the road.
Extra point attempt is up, and it is good. They went for the 1-point conversion, not the 2, so they'll stick at 13, but it is 13-7. Malvern in the lead, 6:55 left in the first quarter, and what promises to be a wild football game tonight. We'll be back with more in 30 seconds.
Price & Company Insurance is the area's only trusted choice independent insurance agency. What is that, you might ask? An independent insurance agency works for you, the customer, and not the insurance companies. So the next time you're shopping for home, auto, business, life, or health insurance, we invite you to experience an unprecedented level of customer service and expertise. Call or click for a quote today.
Well, it's always a shootout between these two teams. I shouldn't say always, because Arkadelphia dominated there for a while, had a couple of huge margins of victory in recent years, but Malvern got a close win last year, and this year it looks like a shootout in terms of scoring. Arkadelphia has had 1 possession and scored a touchdown. Malvern has had 2 possessions and has scored 2 touchdowns. 13-7 Malvern. High short kickoff again. Fair catch is called for, and it is called for at the 33-yard line, and so Arkadelphia will take over with good field position. Badgers have handled the last 2 kickoffs well after fumbling the first one. So Arkadelphia drove the ball well with the run. Wanted to pass a couple of times on the first drive, but Whitten passed up those opportunities and ran. Got good yardage on the first run, got a 19-yard touchdown on the second run. 17 yards, I should say, for a touchdown. And now the Badgers line up. 1st and 10, 33-yard line. Whitten will hand it off right up the middle. Big yardage for Jay-Sean Davis. He's hit, but he'll fall forward for a first down. Gain of 10, maybe 11 on the play. Up to the 44-yard line. First down and 10. Davis is looking good here early.
He is, and on that one he had some good openings there provided by the O-line of Arkadelphia. Made some good cuts.
Run up the middle. Davis is hit immediately this time, and they're going to push him back, but he'll get forward progress across the 45 to the 46-yard line. Pickup of a couple. They might mark it at the 47, and they will. So he will almost at the 47. We'll say a gain of 3, though. 2nd down, 7 yards to go.
Gain of 3.
Whitten calls out a snap count. Looks to his receivers on the near side. That's Bailey in the slot. Trip Campbell, the receiver at the bottom of your screen. Back to pass. Whitten wants to throw, and he will throw. Throws a short pass and misses his intended receiver. That was Carter Babb. Oh, I'm sorry. Carter Babb was the intended receiver.
It looked like Babb just tripped up on that one.
3rd down, 7 yards to go. Arkadelphia comes to the line. Loy, top of the screen. 3 receivers to the bottom of the screen. Davis is the running back. Back to pass is Whitten. Whitten steps up, and he's got a little bit of room. He'll run. He will make a first down. That's tough running for a first down by Whitten.
And that was not an easy play for the junior quarterback to make. There was a guy rushing around the corner there. Actually, a man from Malvern there was blitzing out of the secondary, came around the end. It looked like he was about to bring him down in the backfield, but Whitten was able to run up the middle there and pick up the first down. Huge play for the Badgers.
First down, Arkadelphia. They'll throw a short pass. Diving and unable to come up with it is Babb. Just missed his receiver down near the 32-yard line. 2nd down and 10 coming. Arkadelphia in Malvern territory at the 43.
Brings up 2nd down and 10 now for the Badgers.
Arkadelphia lines up. Once again, 2 receivers top of the screen, 2 to the bottom of the screen.
Seen a little movement there on the far side. Maybe Malvern looking to blitz again.
They're going to hand it to Davis, who's hit immediately and will get only a yard. 3rd down and 9 coming.
Jay-Sean Davis carrying the ball.
Shot the gap that time and had a good hit on Davis. He was able to get a yard anyway before they pushed him back, but it's 3rd down and 9. Still 4-down territory without a doubt. Latonio Hughes checks in at receiver for Arkadelphia. The speedster is a really great defensive back, also plays receiver coming back from an injury. He'll line up the bottom of your screen with 3 receivers. Pass play coming from Whitten. He's got some protection. He throws to the right side. He hits Bailey, but Bailey, I think, was out of bounds. He was. Not a catch. Just a step out of bounds, and it's 4th and 9. He was open. He just let him out of bounds.
And Bailey that time ran his route to perfection right there, looking to step out of bounds there after catching the football, but unfortunately for him, his feet were already out of bounds as ruled by the official. That's going to bring up 4th down now for Arkadelphia, but still a solid passing play there for the Badgers.
4th and 9. Whitten is back. He is blitzed. He is running. He's going to get some yardage. He's going to get enough. That's a 1st down inside the 30 to the 25. Good move to the 20, a spin move, and he goes down at the 18-yard line. Really great running tonight by Whitten.
And once again, the Leopards gambling with a blitz coming around the corner on that one again, trying to take Whitten down in the backfield, but Whitten responds the same way he did before, was able to get out of the pocket and run it for another 1st down, this time on 4th down in order to keep the drive alive. Huge play there for the junior quarterback.
1st down and 10, Arkadelphia, ball at the 18-yard line of Malvern. They're going to hand it to Davis. Davis will break a tackle, break another tackle, fall inside the 15 to the 14-yard line.
Jayshawn Davis carries the ball.
From the 14-yard line, it's 2nd down and 6. 3 receivers again to the bottom of the screen, to the left side. Back to pass is Whitten. Whitten will throw to the left side, looking to the end zone, high and incomplete over the head of his intended receiver, trying to get to Hughes.
And Hughes there in the end zone made a pretty good play on that football. Unfortunately, it was just out of his reach. He reached up to get the football, and it deflected off his finger, off the top of his fingertips right there.
3rd down, 6 yards to go. Arkadelphia, ball at the 14-yard line of Malvern. They look to the sideline to get the play. No hurry right now. Still 16 seconds on the play clock. Whitten lines up.
Number 11 close, Tyler Golden.
Davis is the running back to his right. Davis will get the ball. He's hit immediately and will break a tackle and make a yard or 2 anyway, but that's it. Did a good job just to get back to the line of scrimmage, and he might have made a yard. Coming in on that run blitz, a really fine play for the initial hit to slow things down was Keyston Biggs.
Davis, the ball carrier. He's tackled by number 8, Angel Perez. Gain of a yard.
4th down. Arkadelphia needs another 5. 4th and 5. They've converted 1 4th down on this drive already. Now they have another one. Look to the sideline for the play. Whitten with Davis to his left. Takes the snap. Looking for a pass play. He'll fire the ball. It's into the end zone. There's a catch in the end zone, and it is touchdown Arkadelphia. On the catch was Loy, and Arkadelphia has retaken the lead. Or will with the extra point, I should say. That's a Farm Bureau touchdown for the Arkadelphia Badgers. What a game we've got tonight.
A lot of points early on here, and on senior night, a huge play for a senior in Alex Loy. He's been making huge plays for this team all year long. Another one right here to tie the game up.
Extra point attempt is up, and it is good. Arkadelphia 14, Malvern 13, 3:16 left. We're still in the first quarter tonight, folks, and we'll be back with more after this.
Locally owned and operated, Welch Funeral Home has been serving the Arkadelphia community since 2005. Our goal at Welch Funeral Home is to offer every family that will allow us to serve them the most caring, dignified, professional service at the most affordable price. With over 40 years of experience in the funeral home industry, owner Tim Welch and Welch Funeral Home have also been longtime supporters of the Arkadelphia Badgers and Lady Badgers. Contact Welch Funeral Home at 870-230-1400 or visit them at 202 South 4th Street near downtown Arkadelphia.
Whitten to Loy for yet another touchdown, the extra point, and suddenly Arkadelphia is right back in front.
That's a movie we've seen a few times already in this 2021 season. Huge play there from Loy in the corner of the end zone, tapping his feet on 4th down in order to pick up the go-ahead score, or I should say the score that led to the go-ahead for the Badgers. The go-ahead point was actually on the PAT from Spencer Allen, and what a year that senior's having as well.
Arkadelphia by 1 and set to kick off, but Malvern has scored on each of its first 2 possessions. Arkadelphia has as well, and the Badgers are set to kick off. Spencer Allen's kick is high and long and returnable for Dupree once again from the 12-yard line. He's looking for a hole, and he's still looking. At the 20 he's hit, and they're going to bring him down to 21 this time. Really good kick coverage.
And that was Latonio Hughes again there on special teams. We saw him make the open field touchdown in order to prevent the score earlier on the kick return, the really solid kick return from the Leopards, and this time he gets to the ball carrier early, and the Leopards will have it at their own 21-yard line, but good play on special teams thus far from Hughes.
So we'll see what the Arkadelphia defense can do now.
This is the first time that the Leopards will have to work with a full field. They've got 79 yards to go for a score on this one.
2 receivers top of the screen to the wide side. They will rarely throw the ball, although they have 1 touchdown pass tonight on a handoff and a throw. Let's see what they'll do. They're going to run. This run is going to be for some yardage out to the 25-yard line. A gain of 4 on first down. On the carry was Braylon Watson. He's a senior and a leader on this team, expected to play running back, having to play some quarterback this year with the injury to Cedric Simmons. Now he's going to check out. They're going to keep a fresh back in. In fact, coming right back in is Jalen Dupree, and he's had a whale of a night already. A long kickoff return, a touchdown on the last possession for Malvern. Only a sophomore. He's got great speed. They're going to bring in a quarterback to throw the ball, and he'll miss his intended receiver. Dupree was lined up that time at running back, Chase, and it was Evan Myers who threw the ball and missed his intended receiver. He tried to get it out to Carter Martin.
Not a bad play call there from the Leopards. Myers did have a man downfield. Unfortunately, I don't think he realized that the ball was heading straight to him that quickly, as he was unable to corral the football on that play. But still, not a bad play call from Malvern there on 2nd and medium. Now they face 3rd and medium.
I feel pretty good about the ball being in anybody's hands except Dupree at this point in the game. So we'll see what will happen. They're going to line up the senior at quarterback once again. He's going to roll to his left, fire the ball across the middle lane, throws a good pass this time for a first down. Arkadelphia will make the tackle up at the 37-yard line. First down and 10 for Malvern. That was a very nice pass from Evan Myers. He hasn't thrown that many passes, Chase, but he's hit 71% of the passes that he has thrown. He's an 11th grader playing some quarterback tonight.
And already stepped up with a huge play, including that touchdown that we saw to open up the game, working with the short field. So we know that he's got, when he has the chances, he can capitalize on them pretty well. And there's another case of it right here, picking up the first down for the Leopards.
He's going to check out of the game, and they'll snap it again to Dupree. And Dupree will run to his left and look for space. He won't find very much. Arkadelphia is right there, and it's gain of only a couple. Good tackle by Kewen.
And we've seen Dupree go to that left side a lot early in this contest, trying to get some space to the outside. We know that he's dangerous when he gets that kind of space, but that time, Arkadelphia did a good job of closing up the edge and preventing any further damage. Only picked up a couple on that play.
Dupree looks to the sideline. Looks like he's going to accept the snap again. And he'll line up. He's got a big running back next to him, but he's probably just blocking for Dupree at this point. And they're going to come to the right side. Ooh, now he turns back to the left, and he's got some space. Nice move, and down the sideline after the turn. He's going to make some yardage all the way down to the 30 or just inside there. He made a wonderful move, Chase, as he was coming to the right, saw it clogged up, and then broke to the left, and nobody was there.
You're right, Jeff. And on that one, it was just a nice cut there to get to the outside. And once he was to the outside, it was off to the races. Unfortunately, couldn't quite get to the end zone. But I think he's going to take the result on that one, getting well into Badger territory. And now the Leopards will have it 1st and 10 at the Badgers' 31-yard line.
Another young player is in, and a really fine player in Genoa Harris. He's just a 10th grader also, and he's checked in now for the offense. Taking the snap, they're going to fake it, run straight up the middle, and get some good yardage on the carry that time for Malvern. And accepting the snap is Braylon Watson, who's checked back in. He's a senior.
Number 4 carries the ball, Braylon Watson.
That was a strong run there from the Leopards to start off this set of downs. Watson faking the handoff there and running up the middle. Got some good blocks and solid yardage.
Harris is in. Watson is a good runner. Dupree, we know, is an outstanding runner. A lot of different players they can hand the ball to or snap the ball to. Looks like Watson is going to take the snap this time. He's got blocking backs to his right or to his left side now. He's going to run to the right, looking for space. He's going to get a little bit, but a nice tackle. Arkadelphia will knock him backwards, I think short of the first down. Let's see. It is going to be about a yard short. Just about a yard short. And as we come to the end of the first quarter, we are ready to take a break. It is Arkadelphia 14, Malvern 13. More exciting football coming your way after this.
As a family-owned sporting goods supplier since 1950, Southwest Sporting Goods understands the value of customer service and is committed to providing the best quality customer service and merchandise available. Southwest Sporting Goods is located in Arkadelphia, but also has salesmen that cover the entire state of Arkansas to help ensure that their customers will receive the best customer service and pricing that can be found. Southwest Sporting Goods, located in downtown Arkadelphia, supporting the Badgers since 1950.
At Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone CPA, we seek to provide accounting, tax, and financial planning services to individuals and small businesses with proficiency and integrity. Serving Arkadelphia since 1977, our staff looks forward to meeting your financial goals of today and also becoming your financial advocate for life. Visit us at 205 North 25th Street or call 246-8991 today. Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone LTD says go Badgers.
Third down, 1 yard to go for Malvern at the Arkadelphia 22-yard line. It's Arkadelphia 14, Malvern 13 as we begin the second quarter of action tonight. Malvern has looked very strong offensively. Arkadelphia has also. But Malvern has the ball and an opportunity to regain the lead. We're going to have a lot of lead changes at this pace.
For this first play of the new quarter, we do not see Myers on the field, so likely going to be a direct snap to the running back.
Dupree runs up the middle. He's going to have a first down. Flags go down, though. Let's see what that flag is. God, blow the whistle, guys, and finally they do. Dupree takes a little extra punishment on that late whistle, but Arkadelphia is certainly there in numbers to make the tackle. Dupree is very impressive as a quick running back. Let's see what the call is going to be. It's going to be holding against Malvern. That's a key call. Third down and 1, you convert it, but you're called for holding.
And that one's going to back the Leopards up quite a bit. And now we see Myers back out on the field for Malvern as they face a 3rd and long situation here.
From the spot of the foul, it goes back to the 33-yard line.
We have another penalty flag, it looks like, there on Malvern's sideline. It's going to be a sideline warning against the Leopards.
I think somebody maybe got a little bit demonstrative on the far side when that first down was negated by a holding call.
Third down now.
They're not going to mark. Oh, they are going to mark it off? No, yes. I think they are going to mark off a penalty. Yeah, they marked it off. That's a major penalty. So they've called unsportsmanlike conduct, a 15-yarder, and suddenly Malvern is back at its own 48-yard line. Don't know what happened on the far side, but it was enough of a well, it was upsetting enough to the officials to call a major penalty. So a holding call, unsportsmanlike call, and suddenly Malvern has third down and very long. They spot the ball at the 48 of Arkadelphia. They're going to make it to the 21 for a first down. Well, do you go back to the air and throw the ball? They put their passing quarterback in. Evan Myers will line up at quarterback. Arkadelphia will see if they can get to him. He wants to pass. He's going to fire the ball across the middle, incomplete. Knocked down. And that was Bailey defending for Arkadelphia. Almost came up with it. He might have had a clear path for a touchdown if he had caught it, but he does create a fourth down and a punting situation.
Excellent play there from the senior. Was able to get a hand on it and deflect the ball away. That time Malvern going with 4-man wide, but Bailey read the play like a book and was able to make the play for his team. And as you mentioned, Jeff, now punting situation for the Leopards following those 2 penalties that proved so crucial.
Trip Campbell is deep, standing at his own 15-yard line. Doesn't want the ball to roll too close to that goal line. Here's the kick. It's a nice kick away from Campbell. It will take a Malvern bounce down to the 16. Campbell will pick it up and make a return out of it up to the 22-yard line. First down and 10, Arkadelphia. Could have been much worse, but Campbell kept the ball from rolling down the field and then got a little bit of a return.
Nice play there from the junior, able to scoop up the ball, and as you mentioned, Jeff, pick up a few extra yards from that one, getting out of their own end zone. So now Arkadelphia, not the greatest field position in the world, but definitely a lot better than it could have been following that huge punt.
Malvern stopped itself with 2 major infractions on 3rd down. And so Arkadelphia will get the ball, and a 1-point lead, a chance to stretch that lead out here. First down and 10 Badgers at their own 22-yard line. Badgers have had 2 possessions and scored 2 touchdowns so far. Donovan Whitten at quarterback is going to hand it to Jay-Sean Davis. He'll break a tackle, fall forward to the 30-yard line. That's a good gain on first down.
Strong run there from Davis up the middle like we've seen so many times this year. Definitely building momentum as this contest goes along, and he's getting a lot of support from the O-line right now to start out this drive. Good play all around.
Gets a knee touched at the 29. They'll mark it at that spot. Whitten wants to pass. Under some pressure, he's hit, but he'll hold on to the football and then drag a defender back close to the original line of scrimmage. We'll see where they're going to mark it. He couldn't get away and run for a first down, but it is just 3rd down coming and still a makeable proposition for Arkadelphia. They do spot it at the 29. The Badgers need 3 for a first down. It's 3rd down. Whitten looks to the sideline. Davis is his running back. 2 receivers to the top of the screen. That's Campbell and Bailey. They're going to run, though. Here comes Davis. He's hit immediately and will not make a first down. He gets some yardage. They're still pushing. Now they're going to bring him down, but he did push his way to the 31, so it's 4th and 1. Malvern is claiming to have the ball, but that is not going to be the case. 4th down and 1 for Arkadelphia at its own 31-yard line. Whitten is the punter and the quarterback. We'll see which they choose to do. He's lined up right now as if they're going to run an offensive play. They do have Davis in the backfield, so let's see if he gives it to the big running back one more time. Now he's going to back up. It looks like Whitten's going to punt the ball. And he will. The kick is a line drive shot. No one deep. It's going to bounce inside the 20, inside the 15. It'll roll all the way to the 12-yard line. Beautiful punt by Whitten, and Arkadelphia sends its defense back out on the field.
So both defenses here picking up good stops to start out the second quarter after neither defense was able to make a stop in the first quarter. That time, the Leopards forcing the 3 and out. And now their offense will have another shot at it here, trailing by 1 with less than 10 minutes to go in the first half.
The Badgers got 7 on first down, but could not convert it into a first down and had to punt it away, but a beautiful punt by Whitten. Ball is on the 12-yard line. Malvern's still on the sideline. They're going to wave off a flag on the far side. No penalty. First down and 10 from Malvern. They're having a long conversation on the sideline with the Malvern offense. Might be looking for a 88-yard play right here. Let's see. Arkadelphia leads it by 1, second quarter of action. And the officials are getting in position, and we're going to be back to play momentarily. Looks like Dupree is back at quarterback. He is a running back. They have a passing quarterback, but Dupree, the sophomore, is a great running back, and he will, flags go down. I think I saw some motion toward the line of scrimmage. It is going to be a procedure penalty against Malvern. It will be 1st and 15. That's going to push him inside the 10.
Move the ball back 5 yards and set out first down.
And the Leopards shot themselves in the foot on 3rd down on that last drive. We're facing a 3rd and 1 situation, but then a holding call and then an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty forced them to 3rd and long and then eventually 4th and long. We'll see here if the Leopards can bounce back.
They're going to line up again with Dupree, although now I see they have checked Myers in, so let's see if he's going to take the snap. No, it's be Dupree. He'll run, looking for space. He'll again hit the left side and make some yardage. Good running, but a tackle made for Arkadelphia. Coming up to make a nice open field tackle in a spot where they really needed that was Jeliah Solomon.
And Dupree has got such good footwork in field position when he gets into those one-on-one situations. Was able to break away for a few extra yards on that one and get Malvern back to the original line of scrimmage.
Gain of 5.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Malvern lines up once again. Dupree at quarterback. Only a sophomore. My goodness, we're going to see a lot of this man. Now they put Myers in at quarterback. He'll step up, take the snap, throw a short pass. It's complete. Gets it to Martin, his fellow senior, up to the 20-yard line. That is not enough for a first down. 3rd and 2 coming up.
And Myers doing what he likes to do on those passing plays, rolling out of the pocket, and that time he finds his man downfield. And good job there of extending the play by the wideout. I believe that was number 15, Carter Martin, on the catch for the Leopards. Setting up Malvern with a 3rd and manageable here.
And Dupree is back at quarterback. Badgers can expect a run on 3rd down and 2. Dupree has the snap. He is running, makes a cut. He's hit immediately, though, and they're going to drag him back down. Good work by Arkadelphia. Several Badgers in on the play. Turley is the one who really wrapped him up. Just depends on the spot, but it looks like 4th down is coming.
And on a night where we're celebrating seniors, a lot of Arkadelphia seniors already stepping up early in this one. Turley now joining the contest with a huge play.
4th down and 1. Looks like they're going to go for it. Now they'll look to the sideline. This is Dupree getting ready to take the snap on 4th and 1. Now they're going to go to the sideline. Timeout has been called. Timeout, Malvern. We'll take a break also. 8:12 left, 2nd quarter. Arkadelphia 14, Malvern 13. Malvern faces 4th and 1 when we come back.
Call State Farm agent Austin Wingfield at 870-246-2162 today.
Well, we're just about to find out if that timeout was called to put them in punting position or if the timeout was called to cook up a special play on 4th down and 1. Malvern facing 4th down at its own 21-yard line. I'm sure they don't want to give up the ball right here, but it is 4th down. They're going to give up great field position if they don't make it. So let's see what they'll do. Crowd starting to perk up a little bit, cheering on the Badgers defense. Arkadelphia leads by 1. Would like to be in a good position when they come out of this play. Malvern looks like they're going to line up and go for it. Dupree at quarterback. Takes the snap, he runs, and he's going to make a little bit of yardage, but it just depends on the spot. Arkadelphia did stop him, but it's so close, he might have made it. Malvern believes that they have, and they're going to spot it at the 23, and that's going to be a first down. Going to be a first down by a yard. He got it.
They're not moving the chains quite yet, maybe looking for a measurement.
Yeah, they made it by almost a full yard, so they're not going to measure. They're going to set them up at the 23. Well, that's a dangerous play at your own 20-yard line, 21, needing 1 yard from the 21. They got 2 to the 23. So Malvern gambles, and it pays off. They keep the possession. Here's the snap and a run. Run for a little bit of yardage, not very much. Carrying the ball that time was their senior back. Taking the ball at quarterback was Braylon Watson.
Good response there from Arkadelphia's defense, limiting the damage on that play. Watson didn't really have anywhere to go, but he did manage to pick up a couple yards on that play.
Myers looks like he's getting the play from the sideline. He might come back to the quarterback position. Again, he is their passing quarterback. His name is Evan Myers, a junior. And it looks like he will take the snap. Back to pass. He'll throw it to the flat. It is incomplete. In and out of the hands of his intended receiver, Martin. And a good hit applied by Arkadelphia.
A little bit of an errant pass there from Myers, but either way, it was going to be excellent coverage from Latonio Hughes that time, swarming in and making the big hit at the end of the play. Juniors looked excellent thus far in the contest, all over the field, first on special teams and now on defense.
Well, at the 25-yard line, 3rd down, 8 yards to go for Malvern. They just made it on a 4th and 1, so maybe it's 4-down territory, but you'd think they'd have to get much closer than this to go for it on 4th. So a key play, key 3rd down play. Back to pass is Myers. He'll throw to the flat. He throws it complete. Big hit, though, and a tackle and a flag down also. Let's see what the flag is, but that was beautifully defended.
There's a flag on the play.
Kewen on the tackle.
Braylon Watson catches the ball, and then number 5,
Watson did make the catch.
With the tackle.
And they wave off the flag.
Flag is getting waved off.
They waved off the flag, so it is punting situation now. The punting team is going to come in. 4th down, and they lost yardage on that pass reception all the way back to the 21. So it's 4th and 12, and Malvern will give the ball up. Arkadelphia will get it back. 6:53 left. We're in the second quarter. Arkadelphia leads it by 1, and the Badgers are just about to have good field position, one would think. Lining up to punt for Malvern is Dante Cagle. He'll take the snap. He'll kick it. That's a very nice punt. No one is deep to receive it, so it's allowed to bounce across the 50, across the 45. It'll roll dead. Now settling back at the 43-yard line. That's good field position. Arkadelphia takes over. Chase with an opportunity now to put a drive together and stretch out its lead a little bit.
Well, and Jeff, you said it was going to look like good field position for the Badgers. Indeed, it is right here. Relatively short field to work with here for the Badgers. They need to go 57 yards to the end zone, but a huge stop there from Arkadelphia's defense. Huge play on 3rd down there. The Leopards went with the screen pass, and it was a huge hit from Landon Kewen in the backfield in order to force the punt. So now the Badgers will have it in good field position, and we're just about midway through the second quarter.
Running play, here's Davis. He'll get a couple. He'll fight for more. He'll wind up with 4, close to 5 yards on the carry where it looked like there'd be nothing there. I am impressed, Chase, with the Arkadelphia defense. They gave up 2 touchdowns on Malvern's first 2 possessions. Since then, they have really turned it up a notch, maybe made some adjustments, and played very, very well.
They've done a good job at locking in all season long. When facing early adversity, they always seem to bounce back.
Witten wants to pass, looking. Players are covered. Now he throws it downfield. He's got a completion to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Arkadelphia. On the play, Bailey with the touchdown reception. What a great job of being patient and waiting for a receiver to come open. And then he found Bailey, and Bailey made it down the sideline for a touchdown.
Yep, that was an excellent play all around from Arkadelphia's offense on that one. Witten, as you mentioned, Jeff, with the patience there to wait it out for Bailey to get open, and Bailey running his route to perfection, finally getting open. And then once he was into the open space, it was a foot race, and one he was winning all the way. Huge touchdown play for the Badgers.
Extra point attempt by Spencer Allen is up, and it is perfect again. He's been so good all year long. Arkadelphia 21, Malvern 8. Still a 1-possession lead, but now an 8-point lead instead of a 1-point lead for the Badgers. 6:07 left second quarter, and we'll be back with more Badger action after this.
Everyone's known for something. Ours is simple. At the Southwest Auto Collection and iDriveSWA.com, you get the absolute lowest price on America's best brands: Ford, Lincoln, Chevy, GMC, Buick, and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. The best selection and the lowest prices guaranteed. And we deliver anywhere in the state, plus tires for life. It really is that simple. Visit us today, the Southwest Auto Collection, I-30 exit 78 in Arkadelphia, or online at iDriveSWA.com.
We haven't been overwhelmed, Chase, with Welch Funeral Home first downs tonight, but we have seen a few turn into touchdowns, such as that play.
You're right, and that was a huge play for the Badgers there. We saw great patience from the junior cornerback, Donovan Witten, as he waited for Braylon Bailey to get open, and once Bailey was open, he hauled in the catch and ran it to the house for a score. Good start tonight on senior night for the Badgers, with seniors contributing in a lot of huge ways, just like that last play that we saw. And then capping it off with a PAT from Spencer Allen. He's 3 for 3 on the night.
Arkadelphia 21, Malvern 13. Badgers set to kick off. This time it's going to be Brock Curry on the kickoff. Left-footed kick will go deep. It is returnable from the 16-yard line up to the 20, 25-yard line. A nice return on the far side, but Arkadelphia will push the return man, which I believe was Dupree, out of bounds across the 30. First down and 10, Malvern. Dupree is a dangerous kick returner.
He's got such excellent footwork that when he breaks into space, it's hard to bring him down, and usually he's able to create that space himself with that excellent footwork.
Ball is going to be spotted.
We've seen it on special teams. We've seen it in the ground game. And perhaps we'll see it again right here on this next drive for the Leopards.
Evan Myers is in the game. Let's see if he lines up to receive this snap. Dupree is going to check out momentarily after that kickoff return. Now they're going to hand it off, but handing it off doesn't produce yardage. Really good tackling by Arkadelphia. Kewen is there. Wilson is there.
Carrying the ball.
Really fine work by the defensive line and the linebackers, and not much of a gain, if anything, maybe a half of a yard on the carry by Watson.
And that time, Arkadelphia's defensive line did a good job of getting off their blocks and getting around the edge. Wilson was the first man to get there, and he got a little bit of help from his teammates in order to bring down Watson, but just an all-around strong play to start out the drive for this Arkadelphia defense.
Malvern lines up. Myers still in the game at quarterback. They've been alternating. And he will take the snap. He's going to hand it off. Carrying it this time is Dupree, and Dupree's going to be hit immediately, and he'll be brought down at the 35-yard line. It's 3rd down and 8. Nowhere to go that time. Kewen is making tackle after tackle, getting a lot of help from his teammates as well. What a big year that senior has had, Landon Kewen.
3rd down now and 8.
Malvern, everybody's checking their wrist. What play is this? Myers at quarterback. To his left is Dupree. Myers takes the snap, looks to his right and wants to throw. He will fire the ball deep down the sideline. Well covered, though, and incomplete. Almost intercepted as Hughes was right there, step for step with the receiver.
And that's a play we've seen, or excuse me, I should say a formation that we've seen a few times from Malvern's offense thus far. This one they have 2 wideouts there to one side, and they ran this play once again. This time, though, Latonio Hughes with excellent coverage in the secondary once again. Looked like he might have come up with the pick on that one, but actually the wide receiver had to play a little bit of defense there, stripping the ball away.
4th down, 8 yards to go. Malvern lines up for a punt. Lining up for the kick for Malvern is Angel Perez. Trip Campbell is deep. High snap, but he will get the kick away. Line drive shot, allowed to bounce at the 40. Campbell's going to have a chance to return it from the 31 to the 35. Nice cut to the 40, 45, 50, and out of bounds. Great field position for Arkadelphia.
And we've seen Campbell field a couple of those punts now off the hop, and this time we see some significant yardage gained after picking it up. This time moving the ball into enemy territory. Looks like the Badgers are going to have it at the Malvern 48-yard line. And that's an excellent place to start out this drive for an Arkadelphia offense that's really been humming these last few drives.
Badgers will line up once again. The pass has worked. The run has worked. Arkadelphia has scored 3 touchdowns here in the first half, and they'd love to have a 4th. That would put them up by more than 1 score. They're up by 8 right now. Here's a running play. Cut to the right side. Good run. This is Bailey to the 40, to the 30-yard line and out of bounds. What great speed and agility. Bailey is a really fine receiver, really fine defensive player, and when he plays running back, he's also dangerous at that spot.
That's right, and last week we saw how dangerous he was with that 48-yard touchdown run. That was the Badgers' first score of the game in that contest. This time it's another delayed handoff like we saw on that play. He was able to break into open space, and it looked like he may have won the foot race there, but it was a good open field tackle from the Leopards to force him out of bounds.
From the 28, 1st down, another running play with Bailey. He'll get a couple of yards this time, and they'll blow the whistle as they push him back. Not a big hole that time, but it's 2nd down coming for Arkadelphia. Braylon Bailey giving Davis a bit of a rest. He'll stay in the game. Davis is in the game, and he'll line up at running back this time. Looks like Bailey might go back to receiver. It was a short gain, so it's 2nd and 9, Arkadelphia at the 27-yard line of Malvern. 2 running backs in the formation. Now they're both going to split out. No running backs in now. 5 receivers. Back to pass is Whitten. He'll throw the ball short, completion, and a gain past the 20 up near the 18-yard line. On the catch for Arkadelphia was Loy, the senior receiver who's had a big year.
Short, effective pass there to Loy. First having 3 wide and then going out to a 5-wide set there was the Badgers offense, and Whitten was able to find his man there, and Loy able to move it up a few extra yards to make this a 3rd and very manageable for this Arkadelphia offense.
3rd and less than 1. Running play right up the middle. It's a 1st down across the 15 to the 14. Still struggling ahead. They'll bring him down at the 13. That's plenty for a 1st down as Arkadelphia had third and very short. Now they have first down and 10 moving into the red zone.
And that time, Jay-Sean Davis found himself in a situation that he thrives in, and that's those short yardage situations. Coach Shucker's mentioned throughout the season that when it comes to close plays like that one, Davis, that's where he thrives the most, and that time he bulldozes his way through the Leopards' defensive line in order to pick up the first down and a little bit more.
Ball at the 13-yard line. Davis to the left of his quarterback, and he'll hand it to Davis. Here's Jay-Sean Davis. He's hit. He'll spin. He'll make a couple of yards. That's a good tackle. And he will go down at the 12.
He's tackled by number 8, Angel Perez.
Perez, the punter moments ago, playing some defense, made a nice tackle, one-on-one tackle against Davis. That is awfully hard to do, but he tackled him low, took his legs out from under him. Arkadelphia lines up, second down between 8 and 9 to go. Whitten will hand off. Jay-Sean Davis inside the 5, fighting for yardage. Inside the 3, fighting for yardage. Touchdown, Arkadelphia! He never stopped moving his feet, and he kept pushing, and he made it.
And that one's sure to fire up the senior night crowd here at All Care Field. Jay-Sean Davis with that unrelenting fighting spirit. It looked like he backpedaled a little bit there into the end zone, but into the end zone nonetheless. Never gave up on that play, and he is rewarded with 6 points for him and his squad.
What a great play by Davis. Extra point attempt is up, and the extra point, as always, is good. Arkadelphia 28, Malvern 13, 1:54 left before halftime. That Welch Funeral Home first down really set up a good play by Davis as he ran through the defense and got the Farm Bureau touchdown for Arkadelphia. Badgers lead it by 2 scores now, and we'll be back with more after this.
For over 75 years, Mary and Martha's Florist and Gifts on Main Street in Arkadelphia has served the people of Arkadelphia and her surrounding communities, providing a wide variety of floral and gift needs. Do you have a special occasion that calls for just the right touch of creativity? Join the many who call David Goodman at Mary and Martha's to create a floral arrangement to fit their needs and budget. Call Mary and Martha's at 870-246-2446 or visit their location at 921 Main Street in Arkadelphia. Mary and Martha's Florist is a proud supporter of the Arkadelphia Badgers.
14-yard touchdown run by Jay-Sean Davis, and I'd say, Chase, he got at least half of it by just pushing defenders as they tried to tackle him.
I think you're right, Jeff, on that play. Davis never giving up. He kept fighting forward and backpedaled his way into the end zone there for at the end of the play for the score. Huge momentum booster for the seniors and this senior night crowd here tonight at All Care Field.
Long kickoff this time will be allowed to bounce at the 6 and go through the end zone, so no kickoff return possible for Mr. Dupree this time, and Arkadelphia will breathe a sigh of relief, or at least I will, because Dupree's been dangerous on those kickoff returns. But now the Badgers are going to line up and play some defense, and Malvern's got a long way to go. Want you to stay tuned for our halftime show, because that is an unbelievable belt. The Arkansas State University Three Rivers belt, the Arkadelphia and Malvern game, gives the winner of the Ouachita River Rumble. We're going to have an interview at halftime and talk about that. What a great thing, and what a big belt. Quite heavy. What is that? How many pounds is that? It's heavy. Here is a run to the left side and a short gain.
Number 19 carrying the ball.
Timeout called by Arkadelphia. Badgers would like to get the ball back, Chase. This is a good decision. Arkadelphia has held defensively in the last couple of possessions. If they can get the ball back, they can stretch out the lead a little bit more, perhaps.
Well, they've got all the momentum in the world right now. Done a great job of holding the Leopards off of the scoreboard here in the second quarter. Offense has been very effective as well, so why not try to take advantage here? It'll be interesting to see if J.D. Plumley here, the head coach for Malvern, decides to play conservative here, or if he decides to go with a little bit more of a gamble there in the play calling. We know that he is willing to make those gutsy play calls in order to try to take advantage of situations. We'll see what he does here as this first half is winding down. Just under 2 minutes to play here at Badger Stadium here in the second quarter.
Myers is in, so Malvern might try to throw a deep pass or two. Let's see what they'll do on 2nd down and 8. Myers is their passing quarterback, and he lines up in that spot right now. He backs up, throws it into the flat, and it's incomplete. Well-timed hit by Hughes. Well-timed hit. Did they throw a flag? Oh, yeah, I see a flag way on the other side on the 31-yard line. I heard the coaches respond, and I couldn't see the flag at first, but it did come down. I thought it was well-timed, but apparently the official may have thought that Hughes got there a little bit too early.
Pass interference indicated against Arkadelphia.
That's going to create a first down for Malvern. Stop the clock with 1:40 left. Wow. It was a good pass right to the receiver, but he was hit by Hughes, I thought, just as the ball got there, but the official's closer to the action than I am, and he decided that the hit came just a fraction of a second too soon. So Malvern lines up with new life. First down and 10 at its own 36-yard line. Myers is the quarterback. He looks downfield, wants to throw deep. He will throw deep. A receiver is there, but the defender is there, and they'll break it up at the 40-yard line of Arkadelphia. Really nice play by Latonio Hughes.
That time Hughes making an excellent play on the football in coverage there. And again, it looked like the Malvern wide out there had to play a little bit of defense himself, as it looked like Latonio was going to come away with the football. But that time the two players collided. Ball falls to the ground, and it'll be second down for Malvern.
I think, frankly, you might want to see who Hughes is going to cover and then throw it to the other guy. There's a running play. This is a good young player, but Kewen levels him. Really good hit by Kewen on the run by another good sophomore, Genoa Harris. And timeout has been called. Arkadelphia would like to get the ball back, so they'll call timeout after the incomplete pass and the 1-yard run. Arkadelphia has called timeout with 1:26 left. Badgers still hoping to get the ball back. We're going to take a break. Arkadelphia leads in the game 28-13 over Malvern. Back after this.
Thanks for meeting me here.
No problem. You know, Farm Bureau Insurance has local agents making this kind of thing real easy.
Well, your auto insurance has saved me a lot on old Becky here.
Harold, your dog swallowed the remote again.
Who's that?
Older Becky.
Oh. Ugh.
Real service, real people. That's Farm Bureau Insurance.
Call Clark County Farm Bureau today at 870-246-4554.
Third down between 8 and 9 yards to go for Malvern. So do you pass, take a chance on an incompletion, stopping the clock again to give Arkadelphia more time after you punt the ball away, or do you put the ball in the hands of Dupree and hope that he'll just run for a first down, the talented running back? It looks like they're going to go, instead of with Myers, they're going to go with their best runner. And he will, no, it is Myers, excuse me. He'll pass to the far side and he'll throw an incompletion. It's third down and between 8 and 9 yards to go. Fourth down, I should say. Between 8 and 9 yards to go. There is a flag down, and it's going to be holding against Malvern. Arkadelphia, if they decline that, will save some time. 1:22 left. Let's see what Arkadelphia decides to do. They're going to decline it. It is fourth down. Malvern, one would think, would have to punt the ball away from their own 39-yard line. And Arkadelphia will get, one would believe, good field position out of this, with Trip Campbell going deep to receive the kick. Once again, lining up for the punt. He's done a good job tonight, Angel Perez. But Trip Campbell has been able to return 2 of the punts, the last 2.
And that last one went for more than 20 yards, so he'll be looking to build on that right here to set the Badgers up with good field position once again.
Arkadelphia is going to go after this punt. They get close, but he gets the kick away. It's going to bounce at the Arkadelphia 34. Campbell will not pick it up. Ooh, he allows it to go down the sideline, and it'll go to the 19-yard line. So a good job by Perez. He got the kick away under pressure. It took a nice roll, and Arkadelphia's got 81 yards to go in a minute 12. The Arkadelphia Badgers have 1 timeout left.
And on that punt right there, Arkadelphia sending the house. Campbell, the only man back on to return there, and it was a line drive kick. Good play there from Malvern in order to back Arkadelphia up deep in their own territory to start out this drive. As you mentioned, Jeff, 81 yards to go to the end zone here, but we do know that the Badgers have the ability to cover that yardage pretty quickly.
So Arkadelphia looks for a big play. Here's the snap. Whitten looks downfield. He's got plenty of time. He'll throw the ball short, completed to Loy. He'll make some yardage after the catch. He'll fall forward to the 30. That's enough for a first down. and they will stop the clock to move the chains. 1:03 left. Yep, here they go, moving the chains. First down, they'll mark it at the 29, but it's still a first down.
And Arkadelphia going to be back up quickly to the line here, running that 4-minute offense.
They'll send Hughes in motion. Low snap, but he's got it. Witten back. Lots of time. Looking deep. He's going to fire it deep downfield. Looking for a receiver. Fight for the football. It's caught. Beautiful catch. Run after the catch. What a job. That is an Arkadelphia touchdown by Alex Loy. Took it away from the defender and got the touchdown. Here you see the replay. Look deep downfield. What a long pass by Witten. Caught at the 25, took it away from the defender, kept his feet, and made it to the end zone.
What an unbelievable play for the senior, his second touchdown of the night. And as you talked about, Jeff, that time playing a little bit of defense himself, taking the ball away from the defender. And on that play, Carradine, who was back in coverage, just left shaking his head after Lloyd takes the ball away and keeps moving forward for a touchdown. What a momentum booster for the Badgers here as the first half comes to a close.
Extra point attempt is up and good. It's Arkadelphia 35, Malvern 13, 44 seconds remain in the first half. Folks, that was a 71-yard touchdown pass from Witten to his senior receiver, Alex Loy. We'll be back with a kickoff after this.
When severe weather knocks you down, Shelter Insurance is there to help pick you up. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
In Arkadelphia.
Arkadelphia set for the kickoff. Loy has 2 touchdowns tonight, but the one we just saw, Chase, is the best one of his career. That's one for the memory books right there.
Absolutely, and Chris Babb, our captain here tonight on the broadcast, was saying we may have to send that one out. What a huge play for the senior here on senior night on the 71-yard touchdown.
Ball is picked up, but a knee is down, so they're going to call him down at the 16-yard line. Still 44 seconds left. Good kickoff that time, and did not allow a return as he went to a knee as he was trying to pick it up. So Malvern not really in a position to do very much unless they want to take a chance on a long pass. But the long passes have really been up for grabs here in the second quarter.
They really have, and on both sides of the ball as well. And in most of those situations, Arkadelphia coming away with a positive outcome. We saw a few moments ago another huge momentum-shifting outcome for Loy, but Latonio Hughes has been in there on a few good plays where the offense has had to play a little bit of defense to keep the ball away from being an interception.
Myers is in at quarterback. We'll see if he can fling the ball down the field with just a few seconds left in the half. He'll hand it off instead. Running play and a loss on the play. Dupree just had nowhere to go this time. Big hit early in the run. Helping out for Arkadelphia, K.D. Young. Also in on the play for Arkadelphia. Repeated good plays tonight by Jeliah Solomon.
And you can tell right now that Arkadelphia is feeding off this momentum that they've been building throughout this second quarter and really reaching fever pitch with that last play from Loy. And we may see one more play from scrimmage from the Leopards here to close out the half.
Yeah, they're letting it run, and it's just about even, the play clock and the game clock. Time running out in the first half. We're going to have a great halftime show for you. Arkadelphia High School Band will perform. We'll have a big interview also. Looking forward to that. Ouachita River Rumble Belt. Right now it looks like it might come back to Arkadelphia. At halftime, it is Arkadelphia 35 and Malvern 13. We'll be back with the halftime show after this.
Roadrunner is fueling good 1 gallon at a time, including for our very own Arkadelphia Badgers. When you fill up at Roadrunner's designated spirit pump on Pine Street at I-30, 3 cents of every gallon will go straight back to our school. This fall, Roadrunner is giving us the option to fill our tanks and our cups with a free fountain drink when we show our spirit pump receipt. In just 2 years, Roadrunner has donated more than $75,000 to local schools through this community-based initiative. We can't drop the ball now. This football season, let's head to Roadrunner to support our Badgers. Follow Roadrunner Stores on Facebook or visit roadrunnerstores.com for more information.
Locally owned and operated, Java Primo is the official coffee house of ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. In addition to coffee, drinks, and desserts, we also have wonderful options for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Shop our gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com or visit us on Main Street in historic downtown Arkadelphia. Java Primo Coffee House, Cafe, and more says, Go Badgers!
Give them a big round.
Welcome to the Southern Bancorp halftime show. Chris Babb, along with Steve Rook, president of Arkansas State University Three Rivers, the sponsor of the Ouachita River Rumble. And you might have heard earlier Jeff mention the belt. And although we don't have a camera, we can put that. Actually, let's not do that. Let's do that right there and take that one off. The belt you see on your screen goes to the winner of the Ouachita River Rumble. And Steve, we've talked to you about this in the past. Kind of give us a little bit about where this was, this idea started, and some of the how good it has been for ASU Three Rivers.
Absolutely. It honestly, Chris, it started with my mother and uncle. They both attended one of these great institutions, and I grew up hearing about this rivalry between Arkadelphia and Malvern. And when I became president at what was College of the Ouachitas, now is ASU Three Rivers, we wanted to do something where we could interact and be partners with Arkadelphia. You know, we have a location, adult ed location here. A lot of Arkadelphia students come up to the Malvern campus to take Career Center classes, and it's one of our service area schools. And, of course, you know, we're located in Malvern, and this is such a storied rivalry. I mean, we've tracked it back to almost 100 years.
Right.
It just every year, well, except for the first couple of years of the Rumble, the game always meant something.
Right.
End of the year, playoff spot, conference championship, whatever. So we just thought it would be a really great way to work with our two school districts and have some fun with it and get some, like I say, have some fun with our school districts.
Yeah, let's take a look. I'll put that the belt back up there. This is, you know, I think it's about 13 to 15 pounds. It is a real championship belt.
We actually ordered this belt, and then the belt just kind of came out as an accident. And I want to say thank you to you because you were there when we first had this idea.
Right.
And we talked about some of the standard rivalry trophies, or the big wooden, or the big metal, and my PR person Amber Childers and I were just looking at traveling trophies, Googled it, and down in the lower right hand corner of the screen was a belt, was a championship belt. I said, yeah, ha, wouldn't it be funny if we had a championship belt? And the more we got to thinking about it, you know, the kids, and I say kids, the students love it, the athletes love it. It's very interactive, just like your crew here was taking pictures and posting on Twitter or Facebook or whatever, which, you know, it increases the exposure for ASU Three Rivers, and it's very interactive. And so we just went with it. And it's, to me, it's the coolest rivalry trophy in the state of Arkansas.
You know, this year I saw you went on the buzz with the morning show. We've been up there in the afternoon show the past 3 or 4 years. And anytime you take that, I think they're kind of caught off guard and say, wow, this sucker's not plastic.
Well, you mentioned I had lunch with Rex Nelson today. And we'll go ahead and evoke that name.
There you go.
We were riding to go to look at the Saline County Center, and he reached back in the back seat just thinking he was going to, you know, one-handed out of the back seat, and he about strained a muscle. He was amazed at how big it is. But the company that made this are the ones who make the UFC belts.
Right.
So it is
pretty neat. If you have a chance after one of these games to get a picture with it and check it out, I know that'd be great. Let's talk about ASU Three Rivers, because that's ultimately the goal of why you came up with this idea. Talk to Brian Golden, the superintendent at Malvern, Donnie Whitten, the superintendent of Arkadelphia at the time, Jace Roberts, and myself. I guess we all sat in the room at your campus, and the goal was to bring notoriety to ASU Three Rivers. So talk to us about your school.
Well, I appreciate you letting me do that. We are a comprehensive 2-year college. college. We have transfer degrees, we have technical degrees, we have adult education, which we have a location in Arkadelphia. We have some secondary career center classes. We have non-credit customized workforce classes, which we were doing some of those things in Arkadelphia and Malvern. And we try to be a little bit of everything to everybody. One thing I really want to kind of slip in is we just found out in the latest wage information for the state of Arkansas that ASU, Three Rivers, 2-year graduates have the highest starting salary of any institution, any public institution in the state of Arkansas, 2-year or 4-year. So our graduates are number one in earnings, and we are certainly not the most expensive school in the state. We're probably about half of what it would cost to go to a 4-year college, public college. So we think that the return on investment, what students pay in the lower tuition and come out with a higher wage job, it makes us unique. So we're going to start pushing that out. Hopefully we'll be seeing that everywhere. Yeah. But we have a lot of technical programs. We're still one of the schools that maintained our technical identity with nursing programs, mechatronics, truck driving, but we have the standard traditional 2-year transfer to Henderson or OBU or wherever. Of course, now that we're in the same system with Henderson, which is, we just became ASU Three Rivers 2 years ago, is another big benefit to our students because there's additional scholarship opportunities if they decide to transfer to Henderson, not necessarily go all the way to Jonesboro.
Right. So. Let's talk about that. You mentioned ASU Three Rivers. People may not be familiar. This is the I guess the college formerly known as College of the Ouachitas. So,
exactly.
In your going into the ASU system, change the name, and so people who are thinking, I don't know, I didn't know ASU had a branch in there. Well, it's College of the Ouachitas with a name change and a different affiliation.
Exactly, and we are a standalone institution. You can think of systems in Arkansas kind of like joining a group.
Right.
But we get that brand identification with ASU. It provides us lots of different resources, one of which was Chuck Welch. He is the president of the ASU system. He was president at Henderson for years, and he's just an incredible leader. But our board decided 2 years ago that, and they voted away their power.
Right.
They're now a board of visitors. We've answered the ASU system board of trustees. But it provides us with resources that we couldn't have paid for on our own. And just being a part of a larger group is more beneficial for us.
Let's talk about students who are preparing to graduate from high school or adults who are looking at maybe going back and getting something. If they're interested in ASU Three Rivers, what's the best way, whether it's website or drop by the campus or give them a call?
Any of that, we'd love to have them on campus. We're at One College Circle in Malvern, just right off the 270 that goes into town. Our website is asutr.edu, asu3rivers.edu, and phone number is 501-337-5000. Give that a call, and we'd be glad to help you out. Like you just said, it's anybody who wants to change a career, who wants to extend their education, who wants to get some maybe non-credit training just to get better skills in their position. We're the place for them. And we serve Hot Spring, Clark, Grant, Dallas, and Saline counties.
Well, Steve, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you, Chris.
And thanks for bringing the belt and letting us.
Well, you were there in the beginning, buddy. I appreciate you, man.
That is probably the only championship belt that anybody in this room would ever be able to put around their waist or over their shoulder, unless it was a turnover belt. And I don't think we have turnovers on the broadcast, although we have a couple of fumbles earlier. Well, Steve, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Good luck to you, and look forward to seeing you next year at the Ouachita River Rumble as well.
As always.
Glad you're able to come in our booth this
Absolutely,
week.
Yeah.
So, all right, it is halftime. The Arkadelphia Badgers lead the Malvern Leopards 35-13. At halftime, the Southern Bancorp halftime show. Rather than take a break, we're going to go ahead and stick around here. The Arkadelphia Badger Pride Marching Band is going to perform. You'll hear PA announcer Steve Patterson introduce the band, who Monday night just won the program's 6th straight 4A State Marching Championship at the ASBOA State Marching Championships at War Memorial Stadium. And there is signage, thanks to Batson Signs in town, already on the band show here at Badger Stadium. This isn't an entertaining show, and we hope you enjoy it. It is titled A View from Above, and here is Steve Patterson.
At War Memorial Stadium, your Badger band went to the contest and came away with a big win. They are again, for the 6th straight year in a row, the 4A State Marching Champions. We are very proud of this group. Please welcome to the field the Arkadelphia Badger Pride Marching Band. The Badger Pride Marching Band will be presenting their 2021 competition show for you entitled Flight, The View from Above. The school's musical selections include 1,000 Airplanes on the Roof by Philip Glass, One Day I'll Fly Away from Moulin Rouge featuring French horn soloist Calvin Clardy, To Tame the Perilous Skies by David Holsinger, and finally Fly Away by Lenny Kravitz featuring our famous combo of Josh Modell on Barry sax, Mason McKinney on piano, Seth Campbell on bass, and Carson Lewis on guitar. Now, ladies and gentlemen, prepare for takeoff and join me in welcoming drum major and pilot Colson McKinney and the Arkadelphia High School Badger Pride Marching Band!
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please be seated, fasten your seatbelt, and enjoy your flight.
the Arkadelphia High School Badger Pride Marching Band. Congratulations, band, on your 6th straight marching championship this past Monday. I'm prejudiced, but I believe that the band directors are the best in the world, and they include Mr. Aaron Seal, Mrs. Whitney Smith, and Mr. Brian Fowler, and those three have done a tremendous job with this group of 145 young people.
That was the Arkadelphia High School Badger Pride Marching Band with their 2021 competition show that they performed at halftime for you, View from Above. And that was quite an ending to quite a marching season. They may be able to march one more time, but we'll have to see how the second half goes, as this one is at halftime. Arkadelphia 35, Malvern 13. There we go, as we're back to it. Arkadelphia 35, Malvern 13. This is the Southern Bancorp halftime show. Chris Babb along with Jim Rothwell. I feel like I'm out of breath going out there and watching my daughter on the color guard, and then coming back in here real quick. So, Jim, take us through some of those first half statistics. That was an interesting first half.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about the defense first. Defense started off, I wouldn't say slow, but they were put in a bad position early. But they came on and did a good job. They really began to shut down the Malvern running game in the second quarter. Malvern ended up with 22 attempts for 69 yards. That's just a little over 3 yards a carry. Dupree, their big running back, quarterback, had 12 carries for 58 yards. Nothing really big or long for him. We had one sort of long run, but nothing where he just break away. The other running back, Watson, had 6 carries for 19 yards. And then the third running back that they used, Genoa Harris, 2 carries for 1 yard. So really good job shutting down Malvern's rushing game, which is what they depend on. Malvern did throw for 48 yards, completed 4 out of 9. One of those was the halfback touchdown pass on that first drive. Myers came in and completed 3 of 8 for 19 yards. They had the one touchdown on the halfback pass. Can't ask much more from the defense. I mean, they really gave up that one drive short early, and that was it. So pretty impressive on the defensive side. Offense, just like we've seen from them, big plays.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, big plays. Whether it's Deshaun Davis, Loy, Bailey, doesn't matter. Somebody's going to make some big plays. Deshaun Davis did have 15 carries. He's already over 100 yards, 106 yards. Then Whitten had several good runs, picking up first downs, 5 carries for 57 yards. Bailey had 2 carries for 21. Whitten started off slow. I think he was 1 out of 5 to begin with, and then he ended up 5 out of 9 for 158 yards, and then the 3 touchdowns. Bailey had the touchdown, and Loy had 2. Loy has 4 receptions for 104 yards. That's over 24 yards a catch, or 25 yards a catch.
I saw his dad at halftime, and I said, man, that might be one of the best I've seen. He said it was pretty fun, wasn't it? It really was. Jim, you take a look at this 22-point lead, 35-13. Arkadelphia got a pretty good feeling about themselves there at the last part of the second quarter.
Yeah.
You get the ball, Malvern gets the ball coming out. If you get a stop, you have a chance to extend the lead. If not, you're at a 2-possession game. This is, we saw this against Ashdown when Arkadelphia was up 28-0. Coach Shucker talked about it on his TV show after that game. He talked about it extensively in our pregame interview last week before the Bauxite game that only Coach Shucker and I know what was said because we couldn't play it during the pregame at Bauxite, even though it was 2 hours. But he talked a lot about making sure that you don't get too high, too low, pretending it's 0-0, not relaxing going. And that had to be what they were talking about at halftime.
I would think so. It's going to be really interesting. If they can come back and stop Malvern here early and then maybe put another score, Malvern's offense is not geared to come back from that many points behind. They depend on the running game. Their quarterback can throw somewhat. He doesn't have a great arm. He's not extremely accurate. Arkadelphia secondary, Latonio Hughes can pretty well be a lockdown on anybody they've got as far as a receiver. We've seen that all year, really.
That is the Southern Bancorp halftime show, 35-13. We'll be back with the second half after this 30-second timeout. You're watching ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com.
At Southern Bancorp, we are wealth builders for everyone. We see building wealth as helping people succeed in creating strong financial futures. For some, it's having tools to build credit and buy a first home. For others, working with our award-winning SBA team to launch or grow a small business. And still others might use our unique savings plan today to save for tomorrow's dreams. Wherever you are on your wealth building journey, Southern Bancorp can help. Stop by or visit banksouthern.com to get started. Southern Bancorp, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
What a great halftime after an outstanding first half. A little scary in the first quarter, Chase, but Arkadelphia really put it together in the second quarter, and the Badgers lead it here at halftime 35-13. But Malvern, as Chris said moments ago, will get the ball first here in the third quarter.
And Arkadelphia is going to be riding a wave of momentum to open up this second half, coming off a 21-0 run in that second quarter of play, looking to build on that here in front of the senior night crowd.
Arkadelphia will kick off with Brock Curry putting a left foot into it. Bouncing ball, going to go to the 25 and falling on at the 25. Very effective kick, Chase, because no return at all.
You're right, Jeff, and that one right there, muffed punt there. It was a line drive kick, hard to field those. We've seen Trip Campbell field a couple of those, but that one was coming in pretty quickly there, and Malvern not a lot of time to adapt. Good job of just falling on the football, able to secure it there. But a pretty good distance to go here for the Leopards compared to their first couple of drives in this contest. They'll have it at their own 26 to start out the second half.
Providence Veterinary Care is our third quarter sponsor. We are proud of all of our sponsors for supporting the Arkadelphia Badgers, Arkadelphia High School, the community of Arkadelphia, and now Malvern will have the first possession. Here's the first play from scrimmage. A good run up the middle. It's going to gain some yardage. He'll break a tackle, break another tackle. This is Dupree. He's an outstanding sophomore running back from Malvern. He's going to get 15 on the carry, most of it through second effort.
And that was a good fight there from Dupree on that carry. We talk about that fighting spirit that we see in Jay-Sean Davis on those power runs. Dupree's got that same kind of mindset, and he displayed it right there on that play. Faced some contact after a solid run already, but then just bounced off the tacklers and was able to extend it for even more.
Very important first play from scrimmage. Good running by Dupree. That team has not given up. Here is a run. Also Dupree coming to the right side. He's got some room on the edge. He's got 5. He's got 6. Good tackle in the open field on the far side for Arkadelphia. But still a good run for Dupree.
He is tackled by number 4,
Braylon Bailey on the tackle. Ball at the 49-yard line of Malvern. They're moving quickly. Gain of 7, between 6 and 7. Second down coming for Malvern. They do have their quarterback in, their passing quarterback, I should say. He did some passing in the first half, but Dupree has been the main weapon tonight for Malvern. On second down and short, they're going to run again with Dupree. He's hit it hard this time, though. No gain at all. Third down coming. Lots of Badgers in on the play. Interior line and linebackers converging. On the carry was Dupree. The quarterback is Evan Myers. He's a junior, and he can throw the ball. So let's see if they'll throw the ball after no gain on third down from the 49. On third down and 3, they're going to send a running back out, but Dupree stays in. And Myers stays in at quarterback. Dupree is checking out of the game. Back to pass. Myers throws to the right side. That's a completion. Nice pass. Ripped out of bounds at the 45-yard line of Arkadelphia, but still a good catch for a first down. And Malvern will move into Arkadelphia territory.
Just a nice little curl route there for Malvern on that play. Able to come back to the football, made the catch, past that first down marker. Good stop there from Latonio Hughes, though, limiting any further damage. He was right there to make the play, but not before the Leopards move the chains.
Watson is the running back. They're going to hand it to him, and flags go down to stop the play. Going to back up Malvern by 5. Malvern stopped itself on its third possession. After scoring a couple of touchdowns, they stopped themselves deep in Arkadelphia territory on 2 successive penalties on the same play, a holding call and then a personal foul, or unsportsmanlike, I should say. Now a 5-yard penalty on first down. Bex puts the ball back at the 50-yard line. First down, 15 yards to go for the Leopards. And they have not brought Dupree back in the game since that short run. So Evan Myers lines up at quarterback, running back to his right as Watson. He wants to throw. He'll fire it to the sideline, incomplete. Arkadelphia had it well covered. In fact, Latonio Hughes really could have taken out the receiver, chose not to do it, and I think the receiver short-armed it a little bit. Carter Martin was the intended receiver, but he was too high to catch anyway, just threw it over the head of his intended receiver. Second down, 15 yards to go.
And the game plan on that play is what Myers has done so many times already in this game. He had 2 men wide that time and was looking to make a quick pass that time. Threw it a little too quickly and too high for Martin to haul it in. That miscommunication is going to make it second and long now for the Leopards.
Harris, another good sophomore, is checked in at running back, and they're going to hand it to him. And he's hitting the backfield and will lose yardage. Nowhere to go for the young sophomore. Big play by Arkadelphia. It was coming through for the Badgers. That fine defensive lineman, Wilson, he's had such a good year. And he's played offensively, defensively, on the line. He's only a junior and just made a big tackle for Arkadelphia back to the 47-yard line of Malvern. After a first down at the Arkadelphia 45, the Leopards have gone backwards. It's third down, and they need 18. On 3rd and 18, Myers is ready to pass. He's got 2 receivers top of the screen, one to the lower portion of the screen. He wants to throw. Now he's going to run, but he'll have nowhere to go. Katie Young is there. A couple of linebackers get there. Landon Kewen helps out on the tackle. He's had a busy night. It's 4th down and very, very long, but they're at midfield, so they might just go for it anyway, do you think? No, I think they're going to punt. Yeah, they're going to punt the ball away and try to make Arkadelphia go a long distance. Trip Campbell will go deep to receive the kick for Arkadelphia.
And right now, all the momentum is with the Badgers, so maybe a little bit cautious to try to give them good field position with a potential stop. They looked pretty good on those last couple of plays, forcing the Leopards back further and further.
Perez in for the punt. Arkadelphia looks like they might go after it. Now they're going to set up for the return. Line drive kick is going to bounce right in front of Campbell. He'll catch it at the 14. Returns to the 20-yard line. He'll try to make it to the 25. Won't quite get there. To the 24-yard line. First down and 10 for Arkadelphia. Well, the Badgers have the ball and a 35-13 lead. Key possession because you can put the game almost out of reach at this point. You've got an opportunity also for Arkadelphia to get within 1 score of the mercy rule if you can score on this possession. Arkadelphia hopes to score in its first possession of the third quarter.
And you know that Donovan Witten and his squad have got to be anxious to get back out there. They were moving the ball very well there in the second quarter, capping it off with a huge touchdown play by Alex Loy on that last drive.
Witten takes the snap. He's going to pitch it to Bailey. Bailey coming to the near side has a good run. Up to the 30. He's up to the 40-yard line, 45-yard line, down at the 47-yard line. That'll go down as a pass play. It's a little shuttle pass as Bailey ran by and made a nice gain as he hit the sideline. He's got such good speed. He just outruns people.
He does, and the senior making his presence felt all over the field here tonight. Great hustle on that play. We know that when he gets into space, he's very dangerous, and he proved his point right there with a huge gain for the Arkadelphia offense.
Marked him down at the 46-yard line. Arkadelphia first down and 10. They send Hughes in motion. He sets up at the top of the screen. Back to pass is Whitten. He'll throw, and it is caught. Beautiful catch by Davis to the 30 and out of bounds. He's big, he's fast, he's strong, and he's got good hands. He's the whole package.
Yep, and on that play, the Badgers had trips to the left on there, and then the defense forgot about Davis a little bit. They had a couple of guys trailing him in coverage, but he was able to make the catch and keep pushing forward for some extra yardage. Solid play for the running back there to keep the chains moving. And now the Badgers moving deeper into Leopard territory.
Ball spotted at the 30-yard line. Whitten at quarterback. Behind him to his left is Davis, the running back. They're going to hand it to Davis. He'll sprint into the line of scrimmage. He's hit. He runs over one defender and then spins down with a nice gain across the 25.
Carries the ball.
Arkadelphia's done a nice job of avoiding penalties tonight offensively, and they've been able to consistently move the football and score points. From the 25-yard line, running play, no a pass, play action pass, nobody open though, and he'll throw it down and incomplete. Good decision by Whitten to just get rid of that. Didn't want to take a sack, and the Badgers will line up again at the 25. We do see a flag down, so let's see what the call might be. It is going to be intentional grounding against Arkadelphia. And so Arkadelphia, after I compliment them on having no penalties, they'll come up with a penalty. Oops. Not that I influenced it, Chase, but bad timing on my part, apparently. Ball back to the 37-yard line. It is third down. Lost the down, of course, on intentional grounding. So third down and long now. They got to go all the way to the 20 for a first down. Third down and 17 for the Badgers. They are certainly capable of picking that up. Loy and Davis are split to the short side, bottom of the screen. 3 receivers to the top of the screen. Davis back to pass. He looks deep. He wants to throw deep. He's firing for all of it, and he overthrows his intended receiver in the end zone. Incomplete. Fourth down coming. What will the Badgers do on fourth down? They are at the 37-yard line of their opponent, but it's fourth down and 17. Looks like the Badgers were just going to go for it. Threw it deep, looked for a touchdown, but overthrew his intended receiver in the end zone. Whitten has got a tremendous arm.
And Bailey was leading on that play, so it looked like he may have been able to come up with the catch, but that one just had a little too much on it.
And now a quick kick, and he'll bang it down the sideline. It'll go out of bounds, and so inside the 20, Whitten has put Malvern deep. Arkadelphia does not score in his first possession of the third quarter, just as Malvern did not. We're down to 7:38 left clock running. Third quarter, Arkadelphia 35 and Malvern 13. Leopards have the ball back.
7:37 to play in the third quarter.
I want to say thank you again to all of our sponsors and to everybody viewing our contest out there tonight. It's a nice crowd here. It is, after all, senior night. All those introductions before kickoff. Glad to bring those to you. Special night here at Badger Stadium, but perhaps not the last home game for Arkadelphia, as they hope to win this game and send themselves right back here to Badger Stadium for the beginning of the playoffs next week. Running play to the right side, going to be a little bit of yardage for the sophomore. It looks like Harris on the carry. He'll get about 4 on first down. Clock will continue to run as we're almost halfway through the third quarter now. No scoring yet in this quarter.
Harris picks up 3 yards before being tackled by number 44.
Chase, Malvern certainly has some talent, and I think there's no doubt that their program is on the upswing, but Arkadelphia has been the more dominant team tonight. The Badgers hope to put the Leopards away here in the third quarter, early in the fourth. Running play, and this is Harris. He's got some room again. Tackled by Kewen. Turley is also there. Several Badgers help out. It is a first down, though, on the second run, on second down. So first down and 10. Malvern starting to move the ball a little bit. They'll put it at the 22-yard line.
And despite all their offensive struggles that they've had since the first quarter, the Leopards have been moving the ball pretty effectively, especially here in the second half. They had a good drive going before Arkadelphia came up with a huge stop, and penalties came into play.
In motion, Arkadelphia is saying that a lineman move from Malvern. We'll see if the officials agree. I think they will. Flag down on the far side. And the officials now are having a conversation. Head coach for Malvern is J.D. Plumley. Familiar names on that side, though. Lance Parker, Austin Warford, both former quarterbacks for Ouachita Baptist University, coaching for Malvern. And you can tell they are making some headway. They'll have their quarterback back next year. Simmons is only a junior, out since the third game of the season, one of the better quarterbacks in the state. He'll be a senior next year. They are missing him tonight. And the officials are having a lot of conversation and not many signals. I think they are acting like they're going to mark it off against Arkadelphia. It is against Arkadelphia. Going to be a 5-yarder.
An illegal substitution against Arkadelphia.
Put the ball at the 27-yard line. Yeah, they may have had a little deception, but whatever it was, it is going to result in a conversation between the officials and both sets of coaches, and they start on the Arkadelphia sideline with Trey Shucker. And so that is going to delay our next play. It will be 1st down and 5 for Malvern when we go back to the field. We'll keep it right here, though, Chase. 6:31 left. Bottom line for Arkadelphia is if the Badgers win this game, they will have the second place slot, the number 2 seed, and play a home game next week. If they lose this game, if Malvern has this huge comeback and Arkadelphia loses, you're going to wind up with a 3-way tie for second if Ashdown wins tonight. That's not what you want to go into a tiebreaker situation. So Arkadelphia, with the big lead, has an opportunity to solidify a home game in the playoffs next week.
And Malvern knows that as well. If they win this game, they throw themselves right into that 3-way tie. A lot on the line here tonight.
1st down and 5 now.
So explanations have been given, and it's 1st down and 5. Ball at the 27-yard line of Malvern, and the Leopards have the football on a 1st and 5 after the 5-yard penalty against Arkadelphia. They're going to hand it off. Short gain this time as Arkadelphia is all over the handoff to the right side. Dupree back in the game. He ran wild in the first quarter, but hasn't had much space since then.
That's right, and he's created some decent space for himself on a few of those plays, but as you can tell from right there, Arkadelphia has improved with each quarter in slowing him down, that time taking him down behind the line. You can kind of see the Badgers defense adapting and getting better and better and slowing down that offensive progression for the Leopards as this contest continues.
They leave Myers in at quarterback. Blocking back in the game. Dupree is checked out. Back to pass. Myers throws a pass. It is incomplete. Intended for Martin. And it is 3rd down. 3rd down and about 7 for Malvern. Clock melting away in the 3rd quarter. No scoring in this quarter so far. That's incomplete pass. Stop the clock at 5:46. And now a timeout has been called by Malvern. They want to talk a little bit, get it back together, and try to convert on this big 3rd down. And we'll come back and talk about this 3rd down play coming after this.
Under perfect conditions, your car traveling at 65 miles per hour can stop in about 300 feet. That's the length of a football field.
But a fully loaded tractor trailer, one that weighs 80,000 pounds, will take 2 football fields to stop. And that's if the driver is rested, paying attention, and the truck and load is properly maintained.
If you're in an accident with a big truck, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK.
Get the experienced team that's going to be on your side, by your side.
Taylor King Law and all of the sponsors, we appreciate their loyalty to the Arkadelphia Badgers, Arkadelphia High School, and the community. Once again, we want to say thank you to all of our sponsors. Getting ready for a 3rd down play. Malvern comes to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down and 7, Malvern has the ball at its own 25-yard line. The quarterback is Myers. And Myers wants to pass. Looking to his right. He'll fire the ball to the sideline and incomplete. He tried to get it down the sideline to Dupree, but he missed him, and it's 4th down.
For number 2, Jalen Dupree. Defending on the play, number 20.
And on that play, too, first off, excellent play in the secondary from Arkadelphia covering the ball, but also it looked like Landon Kewen got a little bit of pressure on the quarterback there, too. Arkadelphia's defensive line doing a great job getting to the quarterback there and forcing a little bit of an errant pass while the secondary did their job as well. Overall, it's going to result in a stop for Arkadelphia.
The Badgers do not send anyone deep. They are ready in case there's a fake, but there is not almost a blocked kick, but it did turn into a good kick, although it will not take a Malvern bounce, a nice Arkadelphia bounce, and they're going to down it near midfield. Arkadelphia will have only 52 yards to go to put points on the board on this possession. almost a blocked kick with only one person trying to put pressure on, but he almost got there, and then not much of a bounce that time for Perez. So Arkadelphia with no one deep did not suffer the consequences for that. Instead, great field position for the Badgers. They're going to send Hughes, Bailey, and Babb to the top of your screen. At the bottom of your screen is Alex Loy. The running back is Davis, and the quarterback, as always, is Donovan Whitten. Whitten, a junior, really making a name for himself. They'll send a man in motion now, a running play. Here's Bailey. He's got some room. He's got more room. He makes his way to the 40-yard line and a first down. Good run of 12 yards.
And usually we're seeing Bailey run to the outside. This time it's a draw play, though, like we saw him have a huge run on against Bauxite last week and even earlier in this game. This time it goes for solid yardage once again. Bailey makes a good move there with his feet in order to extend the play and get the first down for the Badgers. And they're already in enemy territory here after the first play of the drive.
Three blockers to the right side. In motion comes Bailey. They'll pitch it to him, and he'll come around the near side. Good run after the catch, and he'll make yardage up near first down territory. Again, a short pass that turns into a nice gain as he just flipped it to Bailey as Bailey was coming in front of him for the completed pass and a gain of 8 yards.
And on that play, the Leopards weren't fooled by much. They knew that the ball was going to Bailey, but Bailey doing a good job there getting to the outside and picking up some solid yardage on that one, able to pick up 7 and make this a second and manageable.
Whitten at quarterback wants to throw the ball. He looks deep. He'll fire the ball deep, and it is incomplete. Came short, actually, and came incomplete. So 3rd down and 2 coming. We got 2nd and short. Why not pass the ball? Let's see what they do, though, on 3rd down and short. Certainly 4-down territory, ball at the 32-yard line of Malvern. 4:48 left. We're in the 3rd quarter. Arkadelphia 35, Malvern 13.
3rd down and 2 now for the Badgers.
In motion comes Bailey. They're going to hand it to him again. He will cut to the hash and make some yardage, couple of yards to the 28. That's first down. First down run for Bailey after the handoff that time. It's a first down. Arkadelphia, they continue to move. A Welch Funeral Home first down. From the 28, 3 receivers top of the screen. Lloyd to the bottom of the screen. Davis is the running back. Whitten looks to the sideline to get his play from head coach Trey Shucker. Certainly spreading out the defense. They've got receivers from sideline to sideline. Whitten will hand off. Bailey up the middle, breaks the tackle inside the 20. He's to the 16-yard line. Excellent run by Davis. Jay-Sean Davis on the carry.
For Arkadelphia down to the 16-yard line.
And that time Davis didn't have a ton of space to work with and got hit pretty early in the play, but was able to shake off the contact and keep pushing forward. And as you mentioned, Jeff, picking up another Welch Funeral Home first down for the Badgers. They're now in the red zone.
Loy and Hughes are on the right side near the right tackle. So let's see what formation they're going to go for this time. Davis standing to the right of his quarterback, Whitten. Now he'll go in motion, and Arkadelphia has decided to call a timeout. So the Badgers call timeout. 3:42 left. We're in the 3rd quarter. Arkadelphia 35, Malvern 13. We'll be back and see if the Badgers can put more points on the board after this.
Price & Company Insurance is the area's only trusted choice independent insurance agency. What is that, you might ask? An independent insurance agency works for you, the customer, and not the insurance companies. So the next time you're shopping for home, auto, business, life, or health insurance, we invite you to experience an unprecedented level of customer service and expertise. Call or click for a quote today.
Say thank you to all of our sponsors. Dairy Queen, a big sponsor for us. We appreciate Dairy Queen. They've made their way to Arkadelphia, and I've made my way to Dairy Queen. Have you made the trip? Well, of course you have, Chase. Everybody in Arkadelphia is making that trip to Dairy Queen. Arkadelphia lines up first down and 10 ball at the 17-yard line. Make it the 16-yard line of Malvern. On first down, they're going to send Davis in motion to the right side. Now he'll set, and they'll bring another man in motion, but they'll throw. No, and unable to get away is Whitten. It looked like he was going to tuck and run, and then he slipped down at the 20. Loss of 4, 2nd and 14.
Number 46.
One of the few negative yardage plays for Arkadelphia tonight.
That's the quarterback. That's Davion.
Witten was able to run for a lot of yards in the first quarter as they covered his receivers well, and he ran for big yardage.
Second down.
But that time he lost 4. So 2nd and 14, Arkadelphia in no hurry with a nice lead. 3:05 left, clock running. Arkadelphia 35, Malvern 13. Witten wants to pass. He will run the ball. He's hit. Now he throws the ball. It's caught to the 10, to the 5, into the end zone. Arkadelphia has, well, the officials are going to say he's down at the 1-foot line. Not a touchdown. I was looking to see if Witten had passed the line of scrimmage. He had not, and he got the pass legally away to the receiver. I thought he bounced into the end zone, but apparently he was down at the 1-foot line. So from the 1-foot line, Arkadelphia has first down and goal.
First and goal.
Just a little dump-off pass there as we have a few quick substitutions on defense for Malvern. That time, Witten finds Davis in the middle of the field.
Blocking backs in front of Davis, and Davis is in the end zone. That is a touchdown, Arkadelphia.
Touchdown, Arkadelphia.
That time, Jay-Sean Davis running out of power formation. We've seen that movie a few times this year, Jeff, and this time had some good blocks up front and got back that touchdown that it looked like he had on the previous play. He got it for sure this time after setting up for that huge play, and now Arkadelphia looking to go up by 29 here with this PAT.
Landon Kewen, who's played such a strong game at linebacker, in as a blocking back on that play. Kick is up and good. He is perfect again tonight. Arkadelphia 42, Malvern 13, 2:32 left third quarter, and we'll be back with more action after this.
With 2:32 to play in the third.
The Board of Directors of South Central Arkansas Electric Cooperative believes in the necessity of high-speed internet access in rural South Central Arkansas. South Central Connect was created to fill a need other internet providers are not able to provide to our area. South Central Connect, through our local cooperative, brings the necessity of internet service to your house, much like they did electricity in the 1930s. Sign up today at southcentralconnect.com or call 855-269-3429.
1-yard touchdown run by Jay-Sean Davis. Arkadelphia leads at 42-13 over Malvern. 2:32 left. We're in the third quarter. And Chase, do you have a few scores from around the state for us?
Yes, I do, and we'll start off with Robinson facing Haskell Harmony Grove at home. Robinson, of course, locking up the conference championship a week ago, but leaving no doubt with a final victory to close out the regular season, 56-19, the final score in that one. Robinson's going to finish undefeated in conference play in the regular season. Then you got the game we're seeing right here tonight, Arkadelphia and Malvern, followed by Ashdown and Fountain Lake. Ashdown in the driver's seat in that one at Fountain Lake, 49-12 the score in the fourth quarter. Ashdown looking to lock up a top 3 seed here tonight with a win, and then you have Nashville facing Bauxite with the Scrappers up 27-6 in the third quarter.
Ball gets away on the kickoff, but Malvern will fall on it. Trying to return it was Watson. He fumbled it, but he did recover it himself, and Malvern will keep the possession, just unable to get a kickoff return. They had a couple of good ones early in the game, but Arkadelphia's covered the kicks well since then. Ball at the 22-yard line of Malvern. The Leopards have first down and 10. Now important for the Leopards if they want to avoid the mercy rule to try to get some more points on the board. They had a 13-7 lead at one time. Since then, 35 straight points for Arkadelphia.
It's been a phenomenal run for the Badgers here tonight. Got to be a huge momentum booster as you look to go into the postseason with a win here tonight.
Running play by the sophomore Harris. He will make some room to the outside and run out of bounds near the 30-yard line. Looked like they had him hemmed in, but he's got speed and was able to get to the sideline and get some yardage.
That was a strong run there to the outside by the halfback, and Malvern showing that they're not going to go down without a fight, and that's something you're going to see a lot with teams in the 7-4A, even if they're down on the scoreboard. Even if it looks like a comeback is unlikely, everybody's still going to fight. You've got to keep playing until the final whistle because you never know what can happen in this conference.
Dupree is not the only really fast running back in the sophomore class for Malvern. Harris in now also has great speed, very fine running back. He's going to get another carry. This time he's hitting the backfield, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage. Arkadelphia just penetrating very quickly And anything that takes too long to get the ball to the running back is going to result in a loss. It does this time. Third down and long coming. Not long, but a little bit longer than second down after the good hit by Arkadelphia. Ball spotted near the 28-yard line, between the 27 and 28-yard line. Third down and between 4 and 5 yards to go. Malvern lines up. Myers at quarterback. Might see him throw the ball again. He likes to throw to his right, and he usually throws short. He looks to the side, throws to the right, throws short. It is incomplete at the hash mark. He's had trouble finding completions here lately, and it's fourth down and a punting situation again for Malvern.
That time, the Leopards going with what's been a rarity for them tonight, and they had 4 wide there on that play. Doubles on each side. Once again, Myers having trouble connecting with his wide receiver, as you mentioned, Jeff. But it was excellent coverage from Arkadelphia's secondary that gave him limited options. That time he tried to go to his best shot, was unable to connect, and it's fourth down now for Malvern.
Here's the kick. Arkadelphia does have a receiver deep. He's going to catch this and return it to the 35-yard line. It'll go to the 39-yard line and down at that point. Return by Alex Loy. Still decent field position for the Arkadelphia Badgers to get started, try to score another touchdown. That would create a running clock. Myers came in hitting 71% of his passes. Now, he was not the starting quarterback at the beginning of the season, hasn't thrown that many passes, but he hasn't had a percentage nearly that high tonight. Arkadelphia's done a good job on defense.
And it's been a full defensive effort here tonight, starting with the secondary. They've been making excellent plays all throughout the night. Latonio Hughes has had a few near interceptions already in this contest where the offense had to play a little bit of defense and force the ball away from him.
Block in the back on the punt return. That'll back up Arkadelphia by 10. So the Badgers will have to start at their own 27-yard line. First down and 10 for Arkadelphia. Loy is the receiver near the sideline at the bottom of the screen on the right side, the short side of the field. 2 receivers on each side. They'll pass out in the flat. Here's a run after the catch. Good speed down the sideline for a first down and maybe a face mask. We'll see a flag going down.
Bailey did seem to land somewhat awkwardly on that play sliding down, so we'll see what the call is.
Well, the flag came down as the tackle was being made. Let's see. It's going to be, is it a holding call? Boy, I thought it might be on the tackle, but it may be against the Badgers. It is a holding call against Arkadelphia. Tough call. Going to cost Arkadelphia 10. But from the spot of the foul, it's just going to move it back close to the line of scrimmage. We're essentially just going to see first down over again, but first and 11 instead of first. Well, no, first and 10 all over again. Got 10, gave up 10, but it's still first down. On first down and 10, Arkadelphia will hand it off. Here is Davis. He spins and will make yardage up to the 30-yard line. Malvern has had several good plays against Davis. They've been able to bottle up the middle of the line of scrimmage at times, but Davis has been able to break loose some tonight, too. He's had a good night. Ball from the 30-yard line. Second and 7. Pass to the flat. Completion. And a run down the sideline. That's a first down. That's more to the 45 across the 50-yard line. What great speed for Bailey. That was Hughes on that catch. Good. Okay, Latonio Hughes makes a name for himself on offense tonight as well as defense. Latonio has tremendous speed. And just moving so fast, Chris, I can't read the numbers sometimes. Great speed on the receivers for Arkadelphia. Latonio Hughes, tremendous defensive back, has had an injury and has not played as much offense until tonight. Back in the lineup on offense tonight, and he comes up with a big play. Just showing some really strong speed across the 50 to the 47 where it's first down and 10. They'll send a man in motion, but a quarterback draw, not much room, but he'll break a tackle, break another tackle, and Whitten will just step out of bounds with a nice gain. Really good running from Whitten tonight, just running through tackles.
Whitten's not one to shy away from contact, and that time it looked like they were trying to throw off Malvern's defense with a little bit of a fake halfback screen there. Davis was over in the flats on the left side, but Whitten keeps it for himself. Looked like he might have been taken down at the line of scrimmage, but as you mentioned, Jeff, he was able to shake off a few wimpy tacklers and keep moving forward and gets out of bounds after a solid gain.
Second down And Badgers will hand it to Davis. He's going to have a first down. He spins away from a tackler and will slip down just as he nears the 35-yard line. That's enough for a first down. Arkadelphia driving now in Malvern territory. And again, a touchdown here would send it to the mercy rule. We'd see a rolling clock through the rest of the contest. We're still in the third quarter, but we're just about to see it end. 1 second, and that's it. After 3 quarters tonight, Arkadelphia 42, Malvern 13, and we'll be back with more action after this.
Andy's Restaurant at the corner of Pine Street and Walnut Street is proud to support Arkadelphia Badger football. The Badgers love Andy's biscuits, and we know you will too, so stop by for breakfast and try a biscuit or some of our great breakfast options. Stopping by later, try one of our classic items like our Andy Burger made with 100% always fresh, never frozen grade A Black Angus beef. Want something different? How about our pork nachos or our golden fried catfish fillets with hush puppies? We have many more options as well, and don't forget ice cream and our other desserts. Andy's Restaurant, proud sponsor of Biscuits for Badgers every game day morning.
Well, if that spot does not make you hungry, I don't know what will. Biscuits for Badgers. Great sponsorship coming from Andy's Restaurant. I want to say thank you also to Bell Wealth Services. We appreciate Blake Bell, the old Badger himself. He was down on the field with his son, who is a senior, and was honored tonight on senior night. All the different sports were honored. The different spirit teams were honored. The band, of course, was honored. Senior night for everybody tonight. Everybody was introduced that is in the senior class, and their parents were with them, and brothers and sisters and others joined them down on the field. It's been a great night here in Arkadelphia for the Badgers. On senior night, Arkadelphia also has a 42-13 lead as we enter the fourth quarter. Ball on the 36-yard line. Whitten wants to pass. He'll throw to the flat. There's a completion. Bailey is hit. He is struggling to break a tackle, but he'll finally be called down. He just won't go down, will he? I mean, he's not going to be able to get away from the grip on his leg, but he will not fall down until finally they blow the whistle. Good gain, a yard short of a first down, 2nd and 1. 9-yard pass play to Bailey.
A gain of 9 on the completed pass brings up 2nd down and 1.
Whitten lines up, 2 receivers on each side. Wants to pass again. Now they're going to blow a whistle and stop the play. Arkadelphia had a little early movement maybe. Let's see. Yep, going to go against Arkadelphia. Instead of 2nd and 1, it's 2nd and 6. This is a key in a game like this. You don't want to get sloppy, but a little bit of that here in the second half, really for both teams. Arkadelphia, though, really wants this touchdown. That will start the clock rolling.
Now for the Badgers.
From the 32-yard line of Malvern, Arkadelphia lines up. They look to the sideline. Trey Shucker calls the play. And everybody sets up. 2 receivers on each side. And they're going to throw it to the flat. There's the catch and the run after the catch. Good run. That's a first down and more up past the 20-yard line to the 18-yard line. Really fine play as Whitten got the ball outside to Hughes. And Hughes turned that speed on and got the first down. But you get into the playoffs and you see Hughes as one more major threat on offense, and this team can attack you in so many different ways.
Well, we've talked about the many different weapons that Malvern has had here tonight that the defense has done a great job of neutralizing, but how about the Badgers themselves? You have Jay Sean Davis at the running back position. You have Whitten with both his legs and his arm out there at the quarterback position. And then Badgers have so many ways they can hurt you, airing it out. You mentioned Hughes, but also don't forget Alex Loy as well as Braylon Bailey. Throw in Carter Babb into the mix as well.
Davis hit in the backfield by 2 Leopards that time. He'll still fall forward and pick up 1 yard. 2nd down, 9 yards to go. Yeah, Loy, huge first half, 2 touchdowns. One of the best plays of the year that we have seen. Went high for a catch, kept his feet, was able to escape a tackle and get to the end zone for a 71-yard touchdown play. 2nd down, 9 yards to go. 10:05 left. We're in the fourth quarter. Arkadelphia trying to put 6 more on the board and send this game into a rolling clock. Badgers struggled in the first quarter, but they have taken over since then, no doubt about it. Bailey comes in motion. 3 receivers now at the bottom of the screen. Whitten wants to pass. Under pressure. He escapes that pressure. Now he's going to run and make some yardage to the 15. He'll make it to the 10. He'll go out of bounds near the 7-yard line. If it's a good spot, it's first down.
The quarterback, Donovan Whitten, keeps the football.
And I think it's going to be a first down. Let's see if they'll decide it's 1st and goal. It is. 1st down and goal.
Good play there from Witten as the pocket was breaking down. There was quite a bit of pressure from the Malvern defensive front there, but Witten able to shake off the tacklers and was able to keep running forward that time, picking up the first down for Arkadelphia. And now 1st and goal, looking to cap off another successful drive here with a score.
Ball at the 8-yard line. They're going to hand it to Davis. Davis hit in the backfield, dropped the ball, but caught it on the bounce. A little dangerous, but he did come up with the ball. He fell on it just about the 10-yard line. We don't see that often. Didn't have a good grip on it. It slipped away but bounced back up to him, and he fell on it. So it's 2nd and goal from the 10-yard line for Arkadelphia. They once again spread out the defense. From sideline to sideline, Arkadelphia has receivers. Arkadelphia faked a snap there, and Malvern almost jumped. A couple of the safeties ran to the line of scrimmage.
Looks like Perez
now
is
here
trying
comes
to blitz
the play.
there.
They do blitz him, and they want to throw across the middle. Touchdown, Arkadelphia. Beautiful pass from Witten. And a touchdown for the Badgers, coming up with the catch for the Arkadelphia Badgers. Yet again, a really, really fine job for the touchdown for Alex Loy.
And that time, Loy just running a simple slant route. Leopards gambled there, bringing the blitz, but that opened up an isolation there for Loy, and he was able to take advantage of the one-on-one situation, running his route to perfection, completing his hat trick here on the night. 3 touchdowns. And now here's the PAT from Spencer Allen, looking to go 7 for 7 on the night.
Kick is up. Line drive shot this time, and it is good. Arkadelphia 49, Malvern 13, and we're going to see the clock begin to run for the rest of the 4th quarter. 8:35 left in the game. The senior on senior night has had a big one. 3 touchdown receptions for Alex Loy. We'll be back after this.
R&T Dixon's Exxon stores are proud supporters of this Arkadelphia Badger broadcast. Locally owned and operated by Randy and Tanya Dixon, we welcome you to visit any of our 3 convenient locations in Arkadelphia and Caddo Valley. Fill up your tank and get your snacks in our stores located at each I-30 exit and also near downtown by Washita and Henderson. Visit Dixon's Family Store at 3036 Pine Street or Tiger Mart on North 10th Street in Arkadelphia, or visit Dixon's Valley Exxon at 144 Valley Street in Caddo Valley today. R&T Dixon's Exxon stores say, "Go Badgers."
Arkadelphia sets up for the kickoff. 8:35 left. 3rd touchdown of the night for Alex Loy. They did blitz, but Arkadelphia threw the pass just in time from Witten, got it across the middle, slant pattern, touchdown to Alex Loy. The right play called against the blitz. Set for the kickoff is Brock Curry. Left-footed kicker, puts his leg into it. Going to be a short one this time. Return from the 30 and stepping out at the 34-yard line is going to be Carter Martin. It's 1st down and 10 for Malvern. Ball at the 34-yard line. 8:28 left. Arkadelphia leads it by 36, so we're going to see the clock roll here momentarily. I think it might be a good time to start the clock even now. And here we go. Ball at the 34-yard line. Malvern on 1st down will have Myers hand off. This is Harris again, the sophomore running back, the 2nd sophomore running back they've used tonight. He's going to get about 3 and then be driven back by the Arkadelphia Badgers. There is some really good young talent on Malvern's team. Harris getting some runs here in the 3rd quarter has got great speed, and we saw wonderful work in the 1st quarter, especially from Dupree, who scored a touchdown tonight, one of the 2 touchdowns for the Leopards. Only a sophomore. But Arkadelphia is dominated. Now they're going to go direct snap to Harris. He looks for room on the left side. He's going to get a little bit, but not nearly enough. Arkadelphia will stop him at the 40-yard line. Maybe the 41, but it's 3rd down coming.
Carter Martin carrying the football.
They'll give him the 41-yard line. 3rd down, 3 yards to go.
That is
for the Leopards. Myers is the quarterback, but they might go direct snap again to Harris. We'll see. They'll line up on third down. Myers. They will hand it to Harris. A little counter play, and he's going to get some yardage, but I don't think enough. Let's see where the spot is. I think it's going to be 4th and 1. It is. 4th down, 1 yard to go. Clock is rolling as we are down under 7 minutes to play. Will Malvern decide to go for it or kick the ball away? Let's see. They're going to send Dupree into the game. That might indicate that they'll go for it. Malvern at its own 43-yard line. Arkadelphia lines up, play defense. Myers is the quarterback. Dupree next to him. He'll hand it to Dupree. Dupree's going to have a first down. He's getting some yardage. Arkadelphia will tackle him, but a good run by Dupree. Up to the 49-yard line. First down and 10 as Malvern nears midfield.
And that time Dupree just continuing to push forward. Not exactly bad coverage there from Arkadelphia's defense. They did meet him near the line of scrimmage, but Dupree was shaking off the contact and was able to keep pushing forward for the first down. And after a good set of downs by the Arkadelphia defense, the Leopards able to convert, and they will move the chains and keep this drive alive.
Myers back to pass, will throw it into the flat. Ball is over the head of his intended receiver and incomplete. Second down and 10 coming. Well, Malvern, I'm sure they want to work out some kinks here because they're going to be 4-3 in conference play and headed to the playoffs themselves.
They are, and right now it's looking like they're going to lock up that 4th seed out of the 7-4A. And what has been a very competitive conference this year, Arkadelphia locking up the number 2 seed with a win here tonight. That would put them up against the 4th seed out of the 2-7A.
Here's a running play. Harris will break a tackle. Good running by the sophomore, but a big hit at the end of the play. Ollie Ware on that hit. Third down coming. Clock continues to roll. We're down to 5 minutes. Now under 5 minutes to play in the football game. Arkadelphia with a big victory tonight. Badgers fumbled the opening kickoff, gave up a touchdown, then scored a touchdown, then gave up a touchdown. They were trailing 13-7 at one point. Since then, Arkadelphia has scored 42 straight.
Third down now and 7.
Here is a running play for Harris. He's hit in the backfield and is going to be driven down. Really fine work by Arkadelphia.
That was number 55, Max Wilson, making the play there behind the line of scrimmage. He's been all over the field here tonight. That time reading the play quickly, made a good read, and got back to the ball carrier pretty quickly. Now it's going to be 4th and long for Malvern.
No sluggish plays for the Arkadelphia Badgers. They want to keep Malvern from getting a late touchdown.
There's half price on the hamburgers and hot dogs while they last.
And a few young guys getting some experience here for the Badgers on defense. They've looked pretty good thus far.
Including a 9th grader. Kyson Wimberly is out there. Back to pass, throw down the sideline. There's a catch. Nice pass and catch to the 35 of Arkadelphia. They're going to tackle him and bring him down at the 31-yard line. Whistle blows. Clock continues to run at 3:37 left in the game. That was a nice pass and a good catch on the far side.
And that was Dupree there on the play. They brought him in again on that one for the 4th down. And we will see him leave the field once more. Looks like Coach Plumley bringing him in for those 4th down situations to try and extend the drive, but we're seeing him leave for those 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down plays. He once again returns to the sideline.
So I mentioned Wimberly. He's in the game on the defensive line. Really great 9th grader, getting some varsity action now with the 9th grade season ending with a championship. Here's a pass, completion, but a good tackle by Carter Babb after the catch.
Pass complete to number 9, Chase McAllister.
Ball spotted at the 26-yard line of Arkadelphia. Second down coming. We're under 3 minutes to play. Babb, a receiver on offense. A starter playing some cornerback now on defense. Myers will fire the ball into the flat, and there's nobody there. Miscommunication with Carter Martin or perhaps with his sophomore receiver Harris. Nobody was near the football, and it is 3rd down and 5.
And part of the errancy of that throw likely attributed to the great pressure coming from the blitz from Nick Williams. What a season he's been having thus far. Last week in the second half, picking up an interception at the pit against Bauxite.
Fog rolling in here in Arkadelphia. Cold night, but a good night for the Badgers. Arch rival Malvern. Arkadelphia playing defense. They're going to come up with an interception. Here's an interception return on the far side to the 25-30, to the 40-yard line, down the side and out of bounds. On the interception, Nick Williams.
Nick Williams intercepting the football.
Playing deep. He was able to catch the overthrown pass and then ran it back well to the 45 of Arkadelphia. 1st down and 10.
Chase will head down to get to Coach Shucker. That's the 2nd straight week Nick Williams has had an interception. The sophomore coming up big, and Arkadelphia offense coming on. Probably only going to have a chance at at least 1 snap, maybe 2.
Going to have some younger guys in. We want to call their names as well.
Cade McBride in at quarterback. Alan Buckley, the running back. You see Jacoby Campbell, I believe. Excuse me, that's the wrong number. We'll try to get these numbers. Seth Golden there in motion, number 15. And
McBride wants to pass. He's in trouble, though, and is going to be driven down. And so he's sacked on the play. Clock will continue to run at 52 seconds left. Maybe one more play.
Looks like Evan Bailey. Yeah, Evan Bailey is the receiver on the near side. Maddox Atkins or Tristan Smith there in the slot to the near side. Try to get some of these other guys in. We mentioned Seth Golden and Alan Buckley in the backfield.
Arkadelphia is set. They're going to run it with McBride. He'll take off and gain a few yards. Good to see McBride back in there. He had an injury earlier.
He did. He got some injured at the first play of the game at Harmony Grove in, I believe, week 6. He was able to come back the next week. Actually had some really good carries last week at Bauxite, and good to see him back in there.
Arkadelphia might get off one more play. We're down to 4 seconds. Here's the last play of the game. McBride will keep it. He'll gain 3 or 4 on the play, and that's going to be the ball game tonight. Arkadelphia has won the game against its rival from right down the highway. Arkadelphia 49 and Malvern 13. Let's keep it for a minute, Chris, and just talk about again what this means. We want to bring everybody up to date. Arkadelphia has just finished a really beautiful season, the only conference loss coming to Robinson, and that means they have wrapped up 2nd place in the conference, the number 2 seed headed into the playoffs, and the Badgers are going to be at home.
Right, Arkadelphia will be at home next week, and believe Arkadelphia will play the 4 seed from the 4A2, and so that looks like it might be Clinton Yellow Jackets, depending on what happens tonight, but Arkadelphia will be the 2nd seed. Obviously, Robinson will be the 1st seed. They'll be at home next week against Mills. Arkadelphia, and we talked about this after that Ashdown game. This game was really big in staying away from that number 3 seed. Ashdown will end up being the 3 seed. They will, believe, have to go on the road. Yeah, they're going to have to go on the road next week to another 3 seed. So it's a road game, and the winner of that game goes to Shiloh Christian in the 2nd week of the playoffs. So getting that 2nd seed was really nice for Arkadelphia to get 1 home game, and most likely would go to Batesville Southside the next week unless Star City is able to come up with an upset, and then Arkadelphia as the higher seed would get the home game. And now we've got that's a nice play for Matt Johnson. The Rocky music as they get the belt, get ready to be presented the belt. By ASU Three Rivers President Steve Rook. We'll let Steve Patterson take this one away.
You bet. Good visual here from Coleman Callan.
Tonight's game, and in 2017, the college named this long-time rivalry the Washita River Rumble. Both Malvern and Arkadelphia School District are located in the college's service area. And tonight's winner of this historic rivalry game is going to take home the spectacular Washita River Rumble Championship belt. Presenting the belt tonight is ASU Three Rivers Chancellor, Dr. Steve Rook. Congratulations to the winner of tonight's Washita River Rumble, Arkadelphia High School, who will keep the belt for the next year.
The belt returns to Arkadelphia High School. This was the last year was the first year that you mentioned. You heard Steve Rook at halftime mention. You see Jay-Sean Davis there with the belt, trying to get some pictures with that. And in the background there on the right, you see Alex Loy there on the middle right part of your screen, receiving. He is named the Washita River Rumble MVP, and for good reason. 5 catches, 114 yards unofficially, 3 of those for touchdowns, including that huge touchdown in the second quarter where he snagged the ball over the defender, wrestled it away from the defender, and then was able to keep his balance and go into the end zone. So Alex Loy, the MVP, named the MVP of this game, and he receives a scholarship at ASU Three Rivers if he chooses to attend there.
And he is a senior on senior night, so a big night for Alex Loy and all the Badger seniors tonight.
Yeah, it really was. This was a big game. We talked about the playoff implications, but Arkadelphia had a bad taste in its mouth last year after losing at Malvern. Malvern was just as excited as Arkadelphia was when they were able to get the belt last year. And you see the Badgers celebrating at midfield with that belt. Arkadelphia finishes the regular season at 7-3, 6-1 in conference play, and really playing well at the right time.
The Badgers do look to me to be, Chris, a very dangerous team in the playoffs, especially playing this first round at home. It's going to be a lot of fun to see the Badgers back in Badger Stadium next week. And this is a team that I think is not ready for football to be over. They seem to be peaking right now.
Yes, it's an offense that has a lot of weapons. You and Chase talked about that during the fourth quarter. Jay-Sean Davis, Braylon Bailey, Alex Loy. Those are 3. And Donovan Whitten has run the ball really well the last few weeks. Donovan took a couple of sacks, but he was also able to avoid some pressure and break down. I remember one play in particular where there was a corner and maybe a safety blitz on the far side as the Badgers were going towards the end zone to the left of the screen, and there was a safety blitz or a corner blitz. One of the defensive backs came on a blitz from that outside, and if Donovan doesn't step up in that pocket, he gets nailed for a big loss. Instead, he steps up in the pocket, the offensive line opens a hole, and he's able to get first down yardage. Coach Shucker said I don't think we were able to get to it in the pregame show, but he said the key to moving the ball on Malvern was going to be up front. It was going to be Arkadelphia's offensive line against the Malvern defensive line. And I thought the Arkadelphia offensive line held its own. Tucker Johnson got back into the game tonight. His first work after suffering a fractured leg. He comes back 5 weeks
Pretty amazing,
after.
yeah,
5 weeks after that, if 5. Darian Beard, Max Wilson, Nigel Robinson, Matthew Porter, tremendous work by that offensive line. They opened up enough holes for Jay-Sean Davis. They opened up enough holes for Donovan Whitten to get rushes, and then he was able to protect. They were able to protect Donovan as well.
Really, very, very good pass protection too. That offensive line has been so instrumental all year. Let's talk about the defense for a minute, Chris. Yeah. I mean, they gave up a touchdown on each of Malvern's first 2 possessions. Now, those were 2 short drives because Arkadelphia fumbled the opening kickoff, and then because Malvern had a long kickoff return. But after those 2 touchdowns, 0 points the rest of the night for the Leopards.
Yeah, that you talk about sudden change situations, and that was one of those. You have for the second straight week, Arkadelphia fumbles the opening kickoff, able to the opponent's able to score, and then for the first 2 series it was back and forth with that one defensive stop. It's Arkadelphia has seen some offenses that run the ball. A few of them. You think of Harmony Grove, Fountain Lake. You see a couple of others, but you haven't seen an offense run the ball like Malvern's running the ball. They're lining up a couple of Jay-Sean Davis types back there in that backfield, taking the snap. You don't know which one's going to get the snap. A lot of times they did show that they were going to left, but you saw Dupree with a couple of really good plays with his cutback ability, able to see that the defense was overloaded and then cut back and gain big yardage. So with Jalen Dupree, with the just went blank on the Genoa Harris in the backfield, and with Cedric Simmons back, a healthy Cedric Simmons back next year. This will be the Malvern team that they expected to have this year. Now, hats off to Malvern for being able to adjust in the middle of the season. You know, you want to be playing your best football at the end of the season, and until tonight they had been. That was a big win for Arkadelphia against a Malvern team that had really pieced it together over the last few weeks and gotten to that 4-2 record.
With the good work by this defense after those first 2 touchdowns, it shows me a couple of things. One is they don't panic.
Right.
They were behind twice, but they didn't panic at all about it. And then secondly, awfully good coaching too. They made adjustments. The defense was able to implement those adjustments, and the team performed very well defensively as well as offensively. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have a full statistical report from Jim Rothwell, and Chase Hartzell will have a conversation on the sideline with victorious head coach of the Arkadelphia Badgers. And Coach Shucker he's going to be able to join us tonight. We're going to have that coming up also. We'll be back after this.
At Southern Bancorp, we are wealth builders for everyone. We see building wealth as helping people succeed in creating strong financial futures. For some, it's having tools to build credit and buy a first home. For others, working with our award-winning SBA team to launch or grow a small business. And still others might use our unique savings plan today to save for tomorrow's dreams. Wherever you are in your wealth building journey, Southern Bancorp can help. Stop by or visit banksouthern.com to get started. Southern Bancorp, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Under perfect conditions, your car traveling at 65 miles per hour can stop in about 300 feet. That's the length of a football field.
But a fully loaded tractor trailer, one that weighs 80,000 pounds, will take 2 football fields to stop. And that's if the driver is rested, paying attention, and the truck and load is properly maintained.
If you're in an accident with a big truck, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK.
Get the experienced team that's going to be on your side, by your side.
At Southern Bancorp, we are wealth builders for everyone. We see
Locally owned and operated, Welch Funeral Home has been serving the Arkadelphia community since 2005. Our goal at Welch Funeral Home is to offer every family that will allow us to serve them the most caring, dignified, professional service at the most affordable price. With over 40 years of experience in the funeral home industry, owner Tim Welch and Welch Funeral Home have also been longtime supporters of the Arkadelphia Badgers and Lady Badgers. Contact Welch Funeral Home at 870-230-1400 or visit them at 202 South 4th Street near downtown Arkadelphia. As a family-owned sporting goods supplier since 1950, Southwest Sporting Goods understands the value of customer service and is committed to providing the best quality customer service and merchandise available. Southwest Sporting Goods is located in Arkadelphia, but also has salesmen that cover the entire state of Arkansas to help ensure that their customers will receive the best customer service and pricing that can be found. Southwest Sporting Goods, located in downtown Arkadelphia, supporting the Badgers since 1950. Welcome back to the Blend Real Estate postgame show. Arkadelphia, the Arkadelphia Badgers are victorious tonight over the Malvern Leopards, 49-13. Our thanks to Kerry Garnett in San Diego, California. It's earlier in San Diego, but it's still dark right now. And but our thanks to Kerry Garnett for his sponsorship of our post-game shows each game this year and for the last couple of years. And so our thanks to Kerry. I know he was watching because he texted earlier and said, hey, I'm having trouble getting it. And then it came on. So thanks to Kerry for tuning in. Chris Babb with Jim Rothwell. Jim, we talked about some halftime statistics. Go ahead and bring us up to speed on how it ended up on a successful night for the Arkadelphia offense.
Well, it's a little different than last week. Last week, pretty much the end statistics were the halftime statistics. Tonight, Donovan Whitten was 12 out of 23. Started a little slow. I think he was 1 out of 5. Ended up almost getting 300 yards again, 283 yards. That's almost 24 yards per completion. That's pretty impressive there. 4 TDs, again, protected the ball well, made some good decisions running. He did run 8 times for 69 yards as well. There, a couple of TDs there running. And Davis, 22 carries for 134 yards. Picked up consistently 4, 5, 6, 7 yards. Did not see the long run like we've seen in some of the other games where he just busts through and he uses his speed. Malvern did a good job of shutting him down, but still 134 yards. He had 2 receptions for 39. Bailey, another big night, 3 receptions for 93 yards, 3 rushes for 36, so total yards over 100. That's on 6 plays over 100 yards for him. That's pretty impressive average there. Again, Loy, a big night, 5 receptions, 114 yards, 3 TDs. I did a little figuring out what Arkadelphia was averaging per play. They threw 23 passes, completed 12, but they threw 23 times, ran 36 times. That's 59 plays. They had a total of 515 yards. That's almost 8.8 yards per play. That's almost a first down per play.
Right.
That's hard to beat when you're doing that kind of when your offense is moving like that. And again, there was a couple of sacks there at the end. I think McBride had about 11 or 12 yard sack, so that affected that. That's probably another. I would have gotten it close to almost 10 yards per play. We've been very close. So, again, big night. Spreading the ball around among the receivers. Again, we see Bailey with 3 catches, Davis with 2, Hughes with 2. Good to see him back catching the ball. Loy with just 5 receptions for 114 yards. So spreading that ball around, we talked about that earlier. The various weapons. Babb and Campbell didn't have a reception tonight. We saw what they did last week. So very impressive there from the offense.
I thought it was an interesting switch on punt return too, to put the sure-handed Trip Campbell. Arkadelphia
Trying
had a
to get
couple of
something
issues
on that.
Well, and also you keep it from, but the Trip's not going to drop much.
Yeah.
You know, Trip, especially if it's come bouncing, he's going to be able to field it. So you put some sure hands, and he was able to get you an extra first down on a couple of those as well.
That was a good decision, I thought, to put him back there and make sure that at least an attempt to catch the ball and possibly get at least something on a return. And he's elusive and got good speed, so he's very capable of breaking one. Defensively, we talked about the first, really pretty much the first quarter, and then the defense just pretty much shut them down. Here's a Malvern team that's known for their running. Rushed 36 times, only 132 yards. If Malvern's going to get 123 yards rushing, they're not going to win with their offense. They threw 17 times, completed 7 for just 85 yards. You didn't see a lot of big plays like with their speed and athleticism at running back. Arkadelphia did a good job of keeping them from being long runs, 25, 30, 40. A 60-yard touchdown run. I thought Arkadelphia did a great job with that. About the longest play was the kickoff return.
Yep. Let's go down to Chase Hartzell. He's with a victorious Arkadelphia head coach, Trey Shucker. Let's go down to Coach Shucker with Chase on the sideline.
I'm here on the field now with Arkadelphia head coach Trey Shucker. Coach Shucker, another huge win here tonight. Similar to Bauxite last week, facing some early adversity, but your team able to bounce back quickly and put up a lot of points in this game. How'd you feel about your team's performance in response to that early adversity?
Yeah, overall it was great. Our kids came out ready to play. We were amped up and, really got after it. We made some mistakes early, but I think some of that is due to it being, just such an intense game. That we got to learn how to control some of those emotions and just play cleaner. But overall, we played really hard and executed really well.
And tonight is senior night here at Badger Stadium. A lot of players playing their final regular season game here as a Badger. How was it to have some of those senior leaders step up tonight and play a big part in the final result?
It's huge. Our seniors are a big part of our team, and in our success, they do a great job leading us. Just so happy for those guys. We had we got every senior on the field. Every senior recorded a stat, I believe. It was a really good night for our seniors as a whole, and as our team as a whole as well.
And a lot of implications here with tonight's victory. First off, defeating Malvern for the first time in your career as Arkadelphia head coach as part of the Washita River Rumble, and not only that, but securing a home field advantage in a playoff game next week for the first time in your career. How does it feel?
It's huge. It's awesome. I'm just so happy for our kids. I'm so happy for our program. This is just big time for us, and we're ready to move forward into it.
All right, well, thanks, Coach. Congratulations on this win.
All right, thank you.
So much fun to hear Coach Shucker talking about how proud he is of his team and how hard they work, what a great coaching staff he has. It's been quite a successful year. This is Jeff Root along with Chris Babb. As we wrap it up, I want to say thank you to Jim Rothwell on his stats and to Chase down on the field with Coach Shucker. I'll tell you what, it's 36 degrees out there, Chris, but you can tell that the Badgers are having fun on senior night because they're lingering out on the field right now despite the cold weather.
Yeah, I bet they're not feeling that right now. Once they get out of the locker room and realize how cold it is, it'll settle. But right now they're just feeling a victory to end the season, get the second seed and win that championship belt.
All right, let's make it clear to everybody. Arkadelphia in the playoffs, playing at home next week, the number 2 seed, and we're going to bring them the broadcast.
We will. We'll be on the air from this location, All Care Field at Badger Stadium, and trying to look and see more of the results. The 4 seed going into tonight was Clinton. The 4A from the 4A 2. That's the as I try to scroll through and talk all at the same time. It's a tough conference. The 4A2 is the winner of that conference is Stuttgart this year. Batesville Southside most likely end up second. Lone Oak and Clinton were the 3 and battling for the 3 and the 4. So either Lone Oak or Clinton, depending on scores from tonight. And as we go, we'll try to pick that score up between. I think Lone Oak and Clinton might have been playing each other, and so that would obviously kind of settle it there. But yeah, Arkadelphia will be at home next week. Robinson will also be at home. Ashdown, that 3 seed, is going to have to go on the road to either Lone Oak or Clinton, and then Malvern will be on the road, and Fountain Lake is the 5 seed from this conference, and they'll be on the road as well.
Once again, this is the Blend Real Estate postgame show. We are so proud of Kerry Garnett, the champion Arkadelphia quarterback from 1979, sponsoring this postgame show all the way from San Diego, California. We have national sponsors, of course we do, for Badger football. Also want to say thank you to all of our sponsors: Andy's Restaurant, Austin Wingfield State Farm, Blake Bell Wealth Services, Chad Kesterson Shelter Insurance, Clark County Farm Bureau, Dairy Queen, Eccles Thompson and Kneebone, Gary and Rob Rucker, Israel Wardlaw Farmers Insurance, Java Primo, Mary and Martha's, Midian Digital Creations, Pediatrics Plus, Price & Company, Providence Veterinary Care, South Central Connect, Southern Bancorp, Southwest Auto Collection, Southwest Sporting Goods, Taylor King Law, Turner, Rogers, Manning and Plyler, Welch Funeral Home, and Roadrunner, our sponsors, along with Blend Real Estate, our post-game sponsor. You can tell by the length of that list that there's a lot of pride in the Arkadelphia Badgers, a lot of pride in Arkadelphia High School and the community. We thank all of our sponsors. We thank the Badgers for giving us a great season. Arkadelphia finished the regular season at 7-3, 6-1 in conference play, second place in the conference, number 2 seed in the playoffs. Again, Arkadelphia will be right here at Badger Stadium next week for the first round of the playoffs, and we will bring you the action. So if you're a Badger alumnus from far from Arkadelphia and you can't make it to the stadium, we're going to bring the game to you. If you can make it to the stadium, we encourage you to do that. Support the Badgers in person. Final score tonight, Arkadelphia 49, Malvern 13. Thank you again to Coleman Callan on camera, to Chase Hartzell on color commentary with me, to Jim Rothwell, my longtime partner as our statistician and commentator, and to Chris Babb, the quarterback of our team. This is Jeff Root. Good night, everybody. And Abby, Daddy's on his way home.